Screen share on Discord.
That would cause so
Okay.
much back. I think that would cause so many
Yeah,
problems.
it wouldn't work.
Okay, so
Also-
should we just watch your stream then?
Yes. Sorry, I apologize.
Should we just
Yeah.
watch you stream at twitch.tv/JDS
JDS Infinity? That's what I was about to say.
advertising your Twitch stream on your Twitch screen.
Guys, did you know
I'm
I stream on
watching-
Twitch?
I'm watching you stream somewhere else.
Okay, Draga, thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. So yeah, we are live. We've got our good friends Ben Kerwin, Becker, and Adam Snailian the Snail Alien.
Still Beaker.
Still Beaker? It's Beaker?
It's Beaker. Beaker, like the Muppet or like the thing in science.
Alrighty.
I didn't know you had a pronunciation to that word. I've literally never said beaker.
Zico, hello. How are you doing?
Oh, it's Zico. What's
Yep.
up, Zico?
No, I literally want everyone I know to be in this stream, so hopefully we can get this popping. And it's about to get 5 o'clock, so really quick, let me just run you guys through what I told our co-hosts here, and which is that we are going to be doing increasingly long rounds. Rather, I should say we're starting short with a 1v1 for every single Pokemon that made it in based on the community entry for the Ultimate Pokemon Tournament. That was that Google Sheet that I've been sharing around for a couple weeks, telling you guys to put your favorite Pokemon. And based on your favorite Pokemon, and also 32 of my favorite Pokemon, we have selected the participants for the most popular Pokemon in the internet.
Yeah, JD, I gotta be honest, your list is kind of dragging down the curve a bit.
My list is perfect, and
Yeah, I
all
was gonna say,
32,
like,
all
there-
32 of my
like-
picks are going to be in the finals, baby.
You have
I was gonna say, I do think it's a little weird. I do think it's a little weird that we were just talking about how Ben's number 2 pick is not on the list, yet Salazar gets 32 of their favorites.
I think it's weird that he has
because-
Terracosta as his number 2 pick.
I don't care about that. He's allowed to have his number 2 pick on there, but Ben should be allowed to have his number 2 pick on there.
Look, I agree that Kecleon deserves to be here. Kecleon deserves.
Wait, did
a lot
Terracosta make it onto here?
Caracosta did make it on, yes.
All of John's
wait,
made it
oh.
on.
What?
That was I needed an
Kecleon's
addition.
my favorite. Kecleon's my favorite evolution. It should be on here.
Kecleon is my favorite
is the
evolution
best.
too.
Thank you,
After
Zico.
Volcanion and Charmeleon.
Thank
Okay,
you for voting off JDS, Zico. That's why you're the best.
all right. It is 5 o'clock. So, Ben, Adam, are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. We've got Shuckle and Joltik. Who wants to take who, or who wants to go first?
Shuckle
yeah, wait,
versus Joltik.
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
feel like I've got a very prominent opinion here.
All right.
I feel like
We've got 90. We've got 90 seconds. Everyone in chat, vote Shuckle or vote Joltik. Ben, go first. What's your pitch?
I mean, it's got to be Shuckle, right? I mean, Shuckle's phenomenal. First of all, it is super undervalued. It can be a lot of fun in playthroughs. Its stats
We have to vote, Ben.
We have to vote. I don't know how to vote.
Uh,
Okay.
Vote in the chat.
Look, I think Shuckle is adorable, iconic. I mean, it's a meme. It's fun. Joltik's cute. It's a good design. Galvantula is really cool. I used a Galvantula in one of my sword playthroughs, and I loved him.
Mhm.
But Shuckle just has that sort of underlying amazing quality that just makes him. I don't know. He's Shuckle. How can you not
Listen.
think Shuckle and smile?
Listen, Ben, you make a lot of good points here,
Yeah.
which is why I completely
aware.
agree. There's
Yeah.
no what, like what? It's you have Shuckle. Look, you have a design that looks so derpy and so silly and so completely unique, and then you give it like this weird. It's the most defensive Pokemon ever made, and it's got like it. So like statistically, it's also super unique. It also has like this weird damage dealing ability with Power Swap or Guard Split. I can't remember. It's awesome. It's one of the first Pokemon to have an ability, because
See, but
in
yeah,
Gold and Silver it could passively turn berries into berry juice.
All
Think
righty.
about it like this.
3,
Super
2,
important. Here's
1.
the thing.
The poll is closed.
One last thing about Shuckle.
Go
even though
ahead.
The poll is closed. The games go out of their way. They give you Nintendo knows how amazing Shuckle is. They give you Shucky, and he is there, and he is yours. You have to go out of your way to get a Joltik because they don't have enough faith in him.
All right.
I
So,
think Shuckle is better.
How do
okay.
you catch a Shuckle in the wild, or is it just Shucky?
Guys,
Rock
guys,
Smack.
I cannot stress enough. We have 64 of these. We have to keep this moving.
All right.
This is
You gotta fit-
we have somehow tied on our very first one, so I will exercise my tie-breaking abilities as the person, and I will vote Shuckle is the winner.
Yeah,
Congratulations to
Alright.
everyone who voted for Shuckle.
That
we
would just
decided that.
Okay,
Yeah.
now Munchlax versus Abra.
Okay.
Adam, you start.
Adam, why don't you go first here?
It's got to be Munchlax. I mean, he's got an adorable design. He's like, it's essentially fan service just because he's related to Snorlax, but he's like, my love of him started in the anime, and he's got like this really funny gimmick going around where he just like walks around eating stuff. He's not the strongest, but he's kind of got like this trophy quality because of how rare he is. I don't know. He looks like Chowder, and I like Chowder.
All right, Ben.
Munchlax is one of the most annoying Pokemon to possibly ever get in a game. Like getting Munchlax in the games he came out in is the worst thing in the world.
But it's so worth it.
But he's so amazing. I am honestly
Yeah.
really torn here because Abra's phenomenal. The fact that Abra can get you, Abra is one, a really cute design, and two, I like the gimmick of the teleporting and everything like that, even though it can be kind of annoying. But then also, you can get a level 16 Alakazam out of an Abra.
Wait, what?
Gorgeous.
I
It
never
evolves
knew
at level
that.
16. It evolves at level 16, and then it's a trade evolution.
It evolves at level.
and it-
Oh.
Kadabra and Alakazam have the same level up moveset. You get that Alakazam at 16, you're not going to miss out on any moves. Nothing's going to be later. You'll still get all the best moves at all the same levels. I did it in my Heart Gold or my Soul Silver Nuzlocke, and Anansi the Alakazam is God tier.
All right.
But God, Munchlax.
Can you
is
trade
so,
in your Nuzlocke?
Munchlax is yeah, you can trade
5,
in.
4, 3, 2,
Munchlax has my vote,
1.
though. If I got it in time.
And Munchlax has won the day. I would have broken the tie with Abra because I think the teleport gimmick is just a really fun one. But congratulations to everyone who voted for Munchlax. Munchlax is moving on to our round of 32.
Barry takes a
Also, I
Munchlax
want to throw in. I
final
want to
boss
throw in
fight.
a really lovable thing that I like about Munchlax. In the anime, when May catches Munchlax, it eats the Pokeball and then catches it from the inside. And I
Holy
always thought that was fun but extremely disturbing.
That is
And in the
pretty
Diamond,
awesome.
in Diamond Pearl Platinum, this like one of the second to last boss fights of the game, where you're doing a double battle with your rival Barry, who's the best. This one of the best rivals. He's just using his Munchlax, and it is bodying level 40 fully evolved Pokemon without any issues. Like that thing is
All right, well, guys, we're 15 seconds into the next one. Mightyena versus Houndoom. I'm just gonna say this.
Not even a question.
Mightyena has the strongest shiny form in the game. I want all of you to vote Mightyena.
Dude,
Houndoom
Mightyena
I
doesn't even have as strong a shiny as Houndoom's shiny is so much better.
I
than Mightyena.
absolutely do not believe you.
Okay, but we're not talking about shinies.
No, we're talking about the whole Pokemon. We're talking about the whole.
Houndoom is so
whole
remarkably
Pokemon.
superior to Mightyena. It's
No,
not even-
Mightyena.
Both.
No.
JD, can we pull up the shinies? Can we pull up the shinies to confirm?
Sure. Hold on. This is gonna get really awkward because it's.
And,
This is gonna get really awkward because you guys can't like see
Oh,
the.
shiny Houndoom blue? Yeah.
Shiny Houndoom is blue
Yeah.
and silver. It is
No,
gorgeous.
but shiny Mightyena is gold.
Come on.
Come on.
Nico gets it.
Look at
No,
the shiny.
It's not gold. It's like rust.
It's not
It's not good gold.
rust. It's
like piss yellow.
all right. Well, I can't really find it. So, but it's no. That is a nice gold. All
But
of you
anyway,
are
I feel like-
haters.
I feel like Mightyena just had. I feel like Mightyena just has nothing going for it. Like I feel like it's a dog,
But
and there it is.
But
And
I love
feel
it.
like Houndoom. I feel like Houndoom has like this fun aspect of camp as part of its design. Just like it's got the horns, it's got the tail. It doesn't need the horns. It doesn't need the tail, but it has them. That's just fun.
all right.
Not to mention,
Fair.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Sorry to cut you off. Houndoom won. You guys all suck. Thank you for the follow, Iceberg, J Schmo. We are going straight through these. So vote for whoever the options are. We've got Arcanine versus Ninetales. Ben, I want you got 45 seconds. Make your pick.
Is
100%
this
Ninetales.
Ninetales or Galarian?
Ninetales.
Ninetales
Base
or-
Ninetales. Base Ninetales.
It doesn't matter. Either Ninetales, any Ninetales.
No, you guys vote for vote.
Vulpix line is the greatest line in all of Pokemon. They've never been beaten. You want to talk about beautiful shinies?
Guys,
Shiny, but Ninetales is heavenly.
Guys,
They're
vote- guys, vote for Arcanine. What are you doing? Vote for Arcanine.
I'm sorry,
Ninetales is
JD.
perfect.
I'm sorry, JD. I have never understood the Arcanine hype.
It's so big and fluffy. It's so big and
I
fluffy.
guess, but
It's not nearly
so
as
is
fluffy as
Snorlax.
You can't ride a Ninetales.
You totally can.
I,
You
I-
might not be able to, but I can.
And there's also like this weird aspect of like Ninetales being kind of psychic, like it can learn confusion. And I think it can learn
and
psychic.
extrasensory.
It's like yeah, it's what I just don't know what Arcanine has going for it. Other than I will admit that riding an Arcanine is cool because it's massive.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ninetales. I just feel like I like Ninetales' design better.
Beast.
You can't sleep on you can't have Ninetales in here and not talk about Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales is majestic.
But I think it's different because I did put Galarian Darmanitan on here, and I think that's considered differently. So
I mean, I will still put Cantonian Ninetales above Alolan. I just think if Arcanine was so cool, they would have given it another form by now.
You guys, all right, fine.
I don't think that goes.
Fine. Ninetales has taken the piss out of me, and won. So thank you everyone for voting for that one. Unfortunately, my pick did not work. Actually, I was gonna figure out like, should I be voting on these like with you
I
guys?
thought you
Yes, you should because you were the tiebreaker that one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would have brought it to a tie though. But then what happens if?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Like,
that's a good
at that point, is it my
Okay,
responsibility?
so you'll just be the tiebreaker then.
I think you act as tiebreaker.
Actually, let's hold on. I'm gonna do another poll really quickly. Should I get a vote and tiebreaker, or just a vote?
I feel like you already shoved out so many more worthy Pokemon to get all 32 of your choices in here, and then you're the tiebreaker. I'm just saying, yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
Because you got 32 picks in already.
Yeah, but like
that.
but that was setting up this whole thing. That was just setting up this whole thing. So
Wait, what's the vote? Did you get a vote and a tiebreaker? Or
yeah,
just a vote?
as the person who's streaming, do I get a vote and like if it's a tie at the end, do I
What
get?
about just the tiebreaker?
Well, then I don't have any power. Then my voice isn't heard.
Except for when you're a
You're the
tiebreaker.
Yeah, but like, what
Your
if what?
power was picking half
Your
of
power. Yeah.
Your power was putting Caracosta in the top 64. I keep coming back
shoot.
to that.
Is the voting screen a little too small? Do I need to or is
What
the
voting?
is the voting screen a little too big? Do I need to shrink that a little bit so you guys can see the amount of votes and the percent?
It is a little big, and I don't think we need to see that much chat.
I mean,
Oh no, it's a little small, is what I meant to say.
It's a little small. Okay, give me just one hot second to fix that then. Oh, this got a little bit. It got a little bit bigger when I wasn't looking. All right, and I'm assuming that you guys are telling me that I don't get extra.
You get these UI elements in the stream. Are they just free or?
They are. I figure it. I kind of figure it out. So that's not a very good
I'm trying
answer.
to figure it out, Salazar.
You're doing this with Digimon? That'd be cool.
I don't know, Digimon.
Evolution in Digimon is great because you can go from a dog to a Velociraptor to a refrigerator with machine guns on it, and that makes sense.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense. That's the logical next stage of evolution. What do you think's next for us?
Refrigerator machine guns.
I'm looking at a pinball. I'm looking at a pinball machine across my basement, and I'm thinking, God, I can't wait for my ancestors to look like that.
All right, I apologize for the small interruption in the stream right here. I'm resizing the elements so that it's not so dumb.
Does his audio? Did their audio keep cutting out, or is that my audio not coming in?
No, that's me pressing control a bunch
Okay.
and then muting myself on accident.
All right. Are we moving? What's the next one?
The next one is as soon as I can get this poll to not look stupid. One sec.
I mean, I feel like it might be easier. I don't know how what your time frame is, when you need this to be done by, but it feels like it'd be a little easier if you give us time to talk about them before the voting opens.
Well, we just
45 seconds to give our arguments and also vote is a little bit of a
It's almost like you're not considering the arguments.
Yeah.
That is true, but we do have let me go back.
Okay, so we can slow down after the first round.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
we are gonna slow down after the first round, but we have
Just
Third-
trim the fat a little bit.
we have either let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 13, 16. We have like 30 more in the first round.
Yeah, but some of these are going to be some of these are going to be pretty easy.
Okay.
All right, let's
You
go
prefer
then.
it going against Quagsire.
All right. Hopefully that looks fine. If that looks bad, just let me know and I can take some time to fix it while everyone else is going. AG Slash versus. Oh wait, hold on. I've got to end the poll. Complete. Back. All right. AG Slash versus Sand Slash. This one is entirely based on the name. So.
Ooh, I honestly can go either way here. Aegislash is one of the coolest Pokemon, I think, in the later gens. But Sandslash has been so amazing since the beginning. Shiny Sandslash is so cool. Alolan Sandslash is cool. Like, as much as I love me some Aegislash, I think I'm going Sandslash here.
I gotta go Aegislash. I think like ever since I saw like Aegislash's stats, I kind of been like, it has its game plan kind of rooted in its stats, where it has this slow speed, so it can stay in shield form until it attacks.
Yeah.
And then it has a priority move to get it back into shield form. And like I just think that it just feels like a very cleverly designed Pokemon, and that obviously led to it being completely broken. But I still thought it was just really fun.
Yeah, in terms of competitive and usefulness, it is one of the best Pokemon out there right now. But it's
Imagine caring about stats. That's why I like some of these Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Nuzlocker, and so stats are consistently being brought up. But like, I'd put a Sandslash on my team over an Aegislash in the long run.
Well,
It's that because I mean, I don't think our votes are going to change, but there are some Pokemon on here that like I didn't like until I used them on a competitive team and realized they could just like do things I never thought they could.
There's a lot that happens to a Pokemon, like when you like using a Pokemon in a playthrough or in competitive is gonna drastically affect your opinion of them. Like Kecleon is my second favorite Pokemon of all time, solely because it's the first shiny I came across in nature, like just full odds, and that was a special moment for me. And then I used him on my team for a while, and he's really good. I really like him. He's versatile. He's got a fun ability that's a pain in the ass to work around.
Well, thank you guys for that, Adam. I really appreciate that pitch because
I wish
Was it camouflage? What's Kecleon's ability?
color change. He becomes the type of whatever move hits him.
all right,
What do we got
Okay,
next?
interesting.
we have
We can't hear you.
Sharpedo versus Caracosta.
You're muted.
We have
Muted,
Sharpedo
Zelda.
versus Caracosta. I
not
really like
even-
both of these, so I'm
Not even a question. Sharpedo.
Sharpedo's cool.
Pink shiny. Beautiful. I've spent literally the last 3 days trying to get my hands on a shiny Carvana so I can evolve it.
Million Bees, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying
I
this, and feel
almost-
free to vote. Adam?
I almost have no confidence here.
Oh,
Like I there are two Pokemon that I just not really. I feel like I should like Sharpedo more, and I feel like I should like Caracosta less.
Honestly, I've talked a bunch of crap about Caracosta tonight. I think Caracosta, my biggest issue is like, as a Gen 5 Pokemon, it doesn't stand out. As a fossil Pokemon, it doesn't stand out. As a Pokemon in general, it doesn't stand out because it's awful, and it doesn't stand out because it's any good. It's just kind of bland. Whereas like Sharpedo sticks in your mind a little bit more. I mean, even before it became just a monstrous and annoying thing to show up in Sword and Shield, it's just really interesting. It's got a cool mega. It's been like there's a staple.
It
of,
has
like,
an okay mega.
I like the design of Mega Sharpedo.
the Mega Sharpedo. I think the Mega Sharpedo design looks really good.
I think
got a
I think
weird
I
tail.
distinctly remember being a kid and getting a Sharpedo toy and looking at it and thinking, where's the rest of it? Like Sharpedo's like not having a butt stands out in my mind as being like really weird for some reason.
I think
It
that's
does.
an important part of its design that it doesn't have a butt. I think.
All right.
I
As-
would agree, but that experience has tailored my expectation of Sharpedo to always be disappointed.
I think that Sharpedo looks pretty cool because it looks sort of like a missile. Like it literally does like look like a torpedo.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the Mega. I love Caracosta, but the fact that like Sharpedo has rough skin which is an incredibly useful ability that is annoying. Well, it's annoying as hell,
Mhm.
and I appreciate it. So I am going to judge that Sharpedo is the winner of this poll.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that surprised myself, but you guys
What if I
convinced me.
voted Caracosta?
You did vote Carragher.
You did vote Caracosta.
I didn't vote.
Oh,
I didn't vote
Why didn't you vote?
because I had no confidence.
well, then you should have had some confidence.
I also think I know it's not as important, but like I also just think Sharpedo's shiny is better than like I think pink shinies are generally pretty cool, and I think Sharpedo is one of the coolest.
What's Caracosta shiny? Is it one of those that like barely changes it?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
All
I
right.
have no idea.
Here's one that I legitimately do not have an opinion on. Furret versus
yeah,
Quagsire.
Quagsire.
Furret
I
versus
don't. I feel like I don't even have to say anything. Quagsire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Furret's fun, and it's like, I think Sentret's a lot cuter than Furret.
Iceberg, you misspelled Furret, so you're gonna want to do that again to make sure your vote counts.
Quagsire is so much more useful. It's got a big pink shiny, which I like, and it's just got it's got adorable energy. Like it's just out there like Beamax, just like opening it, like it wants a hug. Like you could just hug a Quagsire and it'd be a great sensation. They're adorable and fun.
Mm-hmm.
They always do the 3D model with their arms.
Quagsire, every time Quagsire has this like beautiful ability where you use him because he looks adorable, and then you're completely rewarded for it because he's amazing.
Also, you were right. Caracosta's actual shiny looks exactly like Caracosta.
Yeah. Oh, is it one of those like shades of?
I think I would have voted Caracosta because I like the way his shell comes over his shoulders. But
Caracosta looks amazing, but
we're not doing Caracosta right now.
No,
but I think they're cooler designs. Look, I think Quagsire is just adorable and also really good.
I am inclined to agree, and Quagsire is in fact our winner.
Yeah.
So nice job, everyone.
I've watched all the TFS Nuzlocke streams, and I'm never not gonna love the Pokemon that they've used because they're really good.
Caracosta or not Caracosta. Quagsire is almost a Pokemon who I dislike how much I love him because I feel like he's such like a normie pick.
Yeah, he's just so adorable. Ric Flair the Quagsire is one of the greatest things that's ever happened.
I don't know what would ever lead someone to dislike a Quagsire.
All right, are you guys ready for Scolipede versus Scizor? Scolipede versus Scizor.
Ooh, this is
All right,
this is tough.
This one is tough.
This is tough.
They both have really cool designs. They both have really cool shinies. Scizor is probably more Beelzebub Awaken. You need to put
vote. Yeah. Exclamation mark vote.
Like Scizor, I think is more useful, but it's so hard not to give this to Scolipede. Scolipede is one of the best Gen 5 Pokemon by a lot. And it looks so cool. I'm going Scolipede.
I'm going Scolipede. I think because in Generation 5, remember they added the dust effect when a heavy Pokemon comes out. Yeah. And I just remember seeing someone throw out a Scolipede, the dust would like fly up. It'd be this massive towering thing, and it was just like the first time a bug Pokemon has ever looked so formidable, and I think that's so cool. It's like every stage of its evolution is memorable. I know we're not judging the other two, but they're all great. It's got great stats. It's got speed boost. And I always felt like
the evolution from Venipede to Whirlipede to Scolipede is so awesome.
I feel like I feel like it follows the same thing as like Bagon to Shelgon to Salamence, right? It's the exact same like payoff.
But also, every time I get a Scizor, I wish it was still a Scyther.
Mm-hmm.
True. It doesn't get any stat increases.
I'm always going to judge trade evos more harshly because they have to be worth the trade evo. And I always think that Scizor's like the claws have never been part of Scizor's equation. Like it always knows bullet punch, so it's like bashing you with the claws. The claws are it's like fists almost. It's like it doesn't even use the claws.
It's like also Scyther is just one of the coolest designs Pokemon's ever come up with. Still, it looks so cool.
All right.
And I don't think Scizor is that big an improvement upon it.
I do love the way Scizor looks, but I think the crowd has spoken, and Scolipede is the winner by a landslide.
Yeah.
So that is it for.
I like how we said that was gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That is it for Group A. We have Shuckle, Munchlax, Houndoom, Ninetales, Sandslash, Sharpedo, Quagsire, and Scolipede. Moving on to the next round. Now, we're moving into the starter area. The first one will not be a pair of starters, but the next ones will be after that. So we've got Crobat versus Volcarona. Who wants to go first?
My vote's already in. For Crobat.
Yeah, can I make my case? I guess it doesn't matter. Volcarona has just been one of my favorite Pokemon for a while. I've never been a huge Crobat fan, but I understand a lot of people have. Ben, did your vote go in? Because I don't think...
Ben,
I put it in too soon, and it's not letting me send it until 30 seconds have passed. Look, Crobat
remember when I was talking about formidable bug Pokemon? Because this is the second time. It's got an amazing move in Quiver Dance. Or no, Fiery Dance is its special ability, which is actually not as good as Heat Wave, but it's got Quiver Dance. I just felt like, you know, it's awesome. It's a pseudo legendary, right? I mean, I feel like it should be.
It actually is. It
should be though.
It is definitely pseudo legendary.
My problem with Volcarona is it's levels. You get it at like level 64. It's never worth the wait to me because Larvesta's.
But in Generation 5 it is an interactable Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought it was really worth it for me. I especially just compared to Crobat too. Crobat is probably one of the best Pokemon in Gen 2. One of the best later evolutions ever given to Pokemon. It is so. My Crobat single-handedly beat Ultra Necrozma in 2 turns in Ultra Sun. That is insane.
I have to give credit where credit is due. Crobat's a good Pokemon. I do not like the fact that it doesn't have feet. That gives me anxiety. When does it land? The Pokedex entry says it doesn't land.
Yeah, it's like a fish. It's like a fish. It just doesn't stop flying.
I'm not a fan. I'm worried about it. I don't want it to be in pain. I want it to be able to stop flying.
I will.
And Volcarona's legs are on its stomach, so I don't think it's much better. But it's also not constantly. But it's also not constantly flapping. So it has this aspect of like maybe the heat keeps it up. I don't know. It just seems more comfortable. It's a fuzzy bug that you can hug. It's warm.
I mean, it's too late now. My side lost.
Let me just. I will say
I want to recognize that Crobat is pretty good.
I will say that for Crobat, the fact that you evolve it with friendship, and then it becomes this very subtly massive creature that looks really intimidating. I think it really is good. Unfortunately, I think a giant moth that can breathe magma is probably a little cooler. Unfortunately.
I'm just saying.
Shout outs to
one against the other. I'm pulling a Crobat in that fight every day of the week.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crobat in Battle Revolution when he opens up his mouth and you see his disgusting teeth. I love that.
All right, guys, this one is going to be a little tough, I think, because we're getting into the starters, so there's going to be a lot of opinions going on. I'm just letting you know now.
Ooh.
So, for our first one, we have Mudkip versus Bulbasaur. By the way, vote Bulbasaur, but are you guys ready?
I go Mudkip.
So,
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, who wants to go first? You have 45 seconds.
Bulbasaur. Mudkip's overrated. It's cute. It's cute. I think the problem is, the only reason Mudkip gets so much hype though is that the Gen 3 starters are probably the weakest set of starters. Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon in the Pokedex, not in actual life. That's Clefairy. It's the worst of the Kanto Pokemon to pick, but it's probably the most adorable.
It is very adorable.
I don't know. Squirtle's also pretty adorable, but Bulbasaur is awesome. It's got a cool shiny. It's got decent moves, good typing. It's
5
really
seconds.
Cool. Mudkip's bland.
Adam.
You know what? I'm going back on what I said. I think Bulbasaur probably is better. Because my whole time I was like, Mudkip might be a little bland, but its evolutions are better than Bulbasaur's evolutions. But I don't. But we're not
Mostly
talking about the
shiny.
evolution.
Yeah.
We're talking
About
about
just the
we're talking
Pokemon.
about Mudkip and Bulbasaur. So
I-
I think
Million Bees is right,
Bulbasaur.
though.
Hey Ben, I did not interrupt you.
Yeah, this time.
We're talking. He's got a bulb on his back. He's a little dinosaur, but he looks unique. He's got the Kanto eyes. He's got little vine whips that come out of underneath the bulb. He's great. He's great.
I will.
Probably one of the best. He's probably the best Kanto starter.
I agree. I will say that I do like Swampert more than Venusaur just by themselves, but when it's Mudkip versus Bulbasaur, I don't think it's a. This is a landslide victory for Bulbasaur. So
I mean, if you put them in battle, it's gonna be a landslide victory for Venusaur also.
absolutely. Alrighty, we're on to our next ones. So these are some newer ones. Raboot versus Brionne. Brionne.
Oh,
Who
God.
wants to go first? 45 seconds.
Oh, I don't care about either of these, even remote. I don't like
Oh.
either of these.
Adam?
I don't.
Okay. Then I'll go first. I like Raboot. I like Raboot because they made it a soccer-themed Pokemon, and it just looks like a Pokemon that you're dropping off at soccer practice. I just like his little design. I think it's really cute. I almost think it might be a better stage 1 starter design than Scorbunny. But I like how he's got like the little hoodie over it. It's like kind of edgy, but not really. Brionne is just completely unmemorable. There is not a deep enough distinction between Brionne and Popplio. It starts like off with the gendered design that like is obviously not great. Yeah.
I
mean, we were talking before we started the stream. I consistently forgot Brionne existed. And I don't think that'll ever change. Raboot looks like he's late to a Naruto convention. I don't know. He looks like an awkward middle stage. I don't think either of these were memorable. Neither of these belong to lines that I chose as my first choice for starters. These both actually belong to my least favorite starter lines of their generations.
Is that best genus?
That's best genus. I just wanted to say that Raboot looks like best genist from MHA.
Guys, remember that you need to use the vote macro if you want to vote.
I'm sorry. I feel like Adam and I definitely upset the group here because they seem to really like these two random mid stages.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so wait.
Like Brionne.
If we count Million Bees, I don't think your vote came in. That's a tie. I will keep it the way that it is though, and I will say that Brionne is
wow.
is gonna win this one.
I would wait. Hold on. Can we? I would love to read the audience right now to know why. To get some group opinions on Brionne because I don't get it.
Yeah, I'd love insight into why people like Brionne.
All right, chat.
Like,
chat. We need to hear why you love Brionne.
Primarina.
And also, it's important here that we're not talking about Primarina.
Yes.
Because I think Primarina is all right, but actually, I don't like Brionne.
I need so much more than them being. First of all, Raboot's not cute, Dragon Nation. I don't agree with you there. Scorbunny is cute-ish. Raboot's not cute.
No, Raboot's cuter than Scorbunny. You're out of your mind.
Raboot's not.
No, Scorbunny is cute. Scorbunny is way cuter than Raboot.
Raboot looks like he'd work in a Hot Topic.
Raboot has like that edgy factor, and it does look very good for a second Evo, but I don't think it's better than Scorbunny.
My big thing is I still couldn't, like, right now I'm trying my best. I can't tell you what Brionne looks like. It is just not memorable.
Let me just.
I cannot picture Brionne in my head right now. I'm picturing Popplio, and I'm just making it taller.
This is
It honestly doesn't look enough like Popplio to justify the evolution in my mind.
That's Popplio. Where's Brionne?
That's Brionne.
Here's
What's
Brionne.
Popplio look like then?
Popplio looks like Brionne, but without the skirt.
Basically the same. Yeah, it doesn't have the skirt.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like, especially compared to the other two Gen 7 lines, are just so much more interesting.
Well, we do definitely have an audience bias towards cuteness.
It's going up against
So
Dartrix and the cat, if I could remember its name.
Torracat.
Torracat. Yeah, both of those feel like more. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Kind of a weak generation for middle evolution.
Torracat is also just a longer Litten. That's not like they weren't great there.
No, but they invert the color scheme.
All right.
That's true.
Guys, it's Braixen versus Grovyle now, and I'm here to tell you why Grovyle is the best
Braixen.
second
More
Evo
toxic.
in
This is hard for me.
This is
This is
it.
actually hard.
Grovyle is the best second evolution in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
So
it has
weird.
Leaf Blade. Like honestly,
So-
Grovyle looks like it should be the third evolution. Like it's so sleek, it's so fast. It just looks like a lizard that's here to fuck you up with like an anime sword kind of dealio. I just don't see how you can vote for anything other than Grovyle.
I mean, once
I-
again, I can't reiterate enough how weak the Gen 3 starter lines are. I know they're weirdly beloved, and I don't get it. They're not that great. Grovyle looks awesome. I can't deny it. Grovyle has a sick ass design. So cool. So not even close to the grass type I would use in its own region. I would never pick Trico because there are better options out there. Like right now, I'm using Breloom. I don't know why you'd ever pick Trico over.
But
Shroomish
it's
in that
got Leaf Blade. It
Breloom has boxing gloves.
but it's got
So-
just have
so-
both. No.
And
So-
like the Delphox line in general is just really cool. Fire Psychic's cool.
Yeah.
Braixen looks cool. For
Damn.
example.
I almost wish I could retract my vote now.
No, Adam,
I'm-
don't
I'm-
say
I'm
that to
almost
me.
completely- I have to go with Grovyle because when I played Emerald for the first time, I did not beat the game with Skeptile. I beat the game with Grovyle because it's that cool.
Yeah.
But
I don't get the-
I will say
Skeptile's better than Grovyle.
that I understand why Braixen is the Pokemon that made it into Pokken above Delphox. And that's because Braixen is clearly the standout Pokemon of that line. They have
yeah.
like such a good handle on its design. It looks so great. It's got the magic wand. I don't know if you've seen any footage from Pokken Tournament, JD and Ben, but it's got like a magical girl vibe going on.
Yeah, it really
It's
does.
Like, it's brilliant. It's just great.
I am a
But
little
Grovyle is so cool.
I am a little surprised. I actually really like the I actually really like its third evolution. Whose name escapes
Delphox?
me. Yeah, wait, Delphox is the yeah, Fennekin, Braixen,
Fennekin,
Delphox.
Braixen, and Delphox. I think that whole line is really good. That's the best line from that generation.
Delphox is
Or the other one.
like a fully
I like
evolved
Froakie.
witch.
I like
I really
Froakie.
lo-
Scott and
Honestly,
really love it.
I love all three starter lines from Generation 6.
they're all very good.
Greninja. I couldn't remember. I think Greninja ruins his line. I think Frogadier is the best. Like out of those 9 Pokemon, Frogadier is the best of the starter lines.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
Frogadier, I think, is the most forgettable of the starters.
speaking of water starters, now we've got Swampert versus Samurott.
Oh boy.
I'm a Samurott fanboy.
Samurott, right? Like Samurott's got a
Yeah.
sword.
I'm a Samurott fanboy. It's got a sword. They gave a 4-legged Pokemon a sword because they could.
Samurott is cool. It feels like having a sword and having 4 legs is maybe not what you would want to go for unless you're going for a Sif from Dark Souls.
Maybe it's not what
kind
you
of
want to
vibe.
go for.
Swampert is just like I don't know. Swampert is like an insanely good third evolution. In Pokemon Go, it's one of the best Ultra League Pokemon. In the main games, like
Pogo stats into this.
yeah, I'm saying it's great in Pokemon Go. It's great in the games that it's in. It looks fantastic. It knows Muddy Water, which is just the move
Yeah.
looks cool.
Or gross, depending on which
Yeah.
generation.
All
you're
right,
facing.
well, I'm doing my
Does
best here.
Samurott even have a signature move?
Does it?
Razor Shell. Razor Shell.
It's not a signature though. I think Cloyster
It
knew it.
was at the time its
Oh.
signature move.
I always
Then Barbarical was given it in Gen 6.
I associate Razor Shell more with Oshawott because I'm playing an Oshawott
Right.
in Super Mystery Dungeon.
No,
and it
no.
knows
Shelder
that.
knew Razor Shell in Generation 5.
Yeah.
Did it really? Oh, then I guess
Yeah.
it didn't have a. I thought it was. I don't know.
Drag it-
Honestly,
Dragon, don't tell me
Yeah,
to come on.
none of them had signature moves.
neither of these are phenomenal water. Like neither of these are like the top water starters.
No, but I think that Swampert is
but I
better
think-
than you guys is. I think Swampert is better than you guys are giving it credit for.
I think
Personally,
I'm not
Swampert's
giving
version-
Swampert credit, but I'm giving Samurott more.
Like water ground is never not going to be one of the best typings in the game, but that doesn't make Swampert that cool.
fair enough. All right,
When you can
we're
pull Drag Sign.
now we've got another couple of third evos. This is either going to be really fun or really boring. Infernape versus Torterra.
Infernape is the
Infernape.
best starter that's ever existed.
No,
Now,
I've never heard you say that actually.
What? No. If you take all there's 9 a gen. If you take all 63 72 starter Pokemon plus Pikachu, I guess.
ooh,
Infernape is the top of that list.
that is a
I mean, I agree.
hot take. Pun
Infernape
intended.
has the
agree.
coolest design. It's so good in battle. It's a fire monkey. It's Sun Wukong. It's so cool. Torterra's look. Don't get me wrong, the Gen 4 starters are the best starters by far.
Ooh,
Torterra's
I don't know that I would say that.
Torterra is an excellent.
Torterra
design. It
is
just
excellent.
Hey, Shmel, why you be biased against monkeys?
I have my gripes that Torterra should have more trees on it or something to make
Yeah.
it look even
Yeah.
bigger. However,
Torterra disappointed me.
Yeah.
I will say Infernape is the best firefighting third evolution. I think they probably should have stopped with that one because it's probably the best.
I agree.
It is.
I
I
agree.
mean, it's so cool. I mean, he's got the fire.
Whoa,
He's got
Torterra's winning.
Cinder
Torterra's weirdly winning.
Torterra's
cool.
is Cinder-
Torterra always felt like they went. First of all, grass ground is a much worse combination than firefighting.
It's but okay. Is Cinderace Is Cinderace firefighting?
Then all the
Cinderace is pure fire.
Pure fire. Okay. Then yes, Infernape is definitely the best firefighting.
I think Torterra is hurt by the fact that I've never seen anyone ride a Torterra.
Yeah.
And
I
I feel like it's like what the fuck is having a world on your back? What's the point if not to ride on it and like live on the world on the back?
The thing is, Torterra's like small. Torterra's like pretty small as Pokemon Go, and that's weird to me for a world turtle.
It
too
is.
small to have a tree on its back.
All right, let me. All right, let's move on to one that you guys are. It's definitely gonna get some. Definitely gonna get some
opinions. It didn't get its size right until Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I agree with Adam.
Yeah.
It should be bigger. Cinderace versus Decidueye.
Decadui.
Oh yeah, the guy who wrote the Peloponnesian War.
Decadui.
Oh, I thought you.
By far.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go Decadui.
Is it pronounced? Is it pronounced Decadui?
It's Decidueye because deciduous trees and eyes. But there's a guy on YouTube who calls it Decadui. And that just I heard it once and I thought that was hilarious. He's an insanely cool design. He's Grass Ghost. Cinderace is boring. I know it's like a soccer player, blah blah blah. I just found it remarkably boring.
I think Cinderace needs
by its evolutions.
I think
Cinderace needs a ball as part of its design to sell the soccer player angle.
I actually haven't been a big fan. I haven't been a big fan of the sports themed fire third evolutions. I don't know. I feel like just creatures like Decidueye, Torterra, like those really pop in my eyes.
I'm a big Archers fan. I like Archers. I like Green Arrow, Hawkeye, Robin Hood or whatever. I think he used a bone arrow. I think it's a cool design. I think it's a cool concept that we haven't seen before. I like the way that it's like cloak, or its feathers are like its cloak, and it's got like a drawstring naturally a part of its body, which is
it's not the Archer part that sells it for me. It's the ghost type. I think that's so cool.
I'm glad they added a fairly unique second type.
But I guess we got Cinderace going into the next round.
Damn, I guess it's Cinderace. You guys are really twisting my arm here.
This is like the fifth time that like we've had a unanimous like
the three
agreement,
of us have
and then
the
the votes are just wrong. The votes are wrong.
The votes are wrong, you guys. You heard it here first.
It's like when you submit 10 awesome Pokemon, and then Josh decides that they're gonna put their weird, no one else cares about them.
I actually almost had.
Cinderace didn't.
I almost had Victory Bell in over Bulbasaur before I realized what a mistake that would have been.
Oh, I would have voted Victory Bell.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, Victory Bell's cool.
Yeah, I love Victory
Really?
Bell.
Wow.
Generation 1 Victory Bell. In Red and Blue, Victory Bell is literally unstoppable.
Wow.
Infernape is better than Torterra Dragamation. There's no doubt about it.
All right. We're moving on to the last.
Infernape was my number one pick, I think, so I'm kind of. It's my number one pick, but it's not really my number one pick.
All right.
Hold on. Let me see the.
The what?
I'm just trying to make. I'm just making sure my number two.
It's your number one pick that you submitted.
Remember those picks.
It is, but I decided that I shouldn't have done that.
All top 5 picks were weighted equally.
Mhm.
which is why like
Ex-
if your top pick
Except for
wasn't in there.
Kecleon, apparently.
All right.
God dang it, my number 2 pick isn't in here.
Luxray versus Raichu is
I believe
our.
that says luxury versus Raichu.
It says
Yeah.
that because I didn't post the autocorrect. I didn't post the corrected version.
I know.
Fuck off. Fuck off. There was actually a weird quirk that made it so that I fucked up. That wasn't
Oh,
my
this
fault.
is not easy for me.
Is
All
this,
right.
this is Cantonian Raichu. I'm torn on this
All
one.
right,
honestly.
Luxray versus
Yeah.
Raichu. Vote for Luxray. Luxray is like it is the cool cat that you love, I love, represents me. Electric cat, looks edgy as hell. Edgy
Look,
as hell. It
I'm
looks so
honestly
good.
leaning Raichu.
Luxray is phenomenal. It's so good. It's got Intimidate, but it's got just there's no good physical attacking electric moves. It gets like Thunder
Mhm.
Fang, and that's
There's
it.
Wild Card, right?
Not
Yeah.
Does it get
not at the
Wild
time-
Card?
Not at the. I mean,
Look.
it does now. At the time Luxray existed.
Okay,
it
well, let's talk about it now.
Raichu is well. It's only other. It didn't show up in another Pokemon game until the DLC of Sword and Shield to get it. Raichu's Raichu's just fucking great. Raichu is first of all, Pikachu sucks, and you should always evolve your Pikachu into Raichu. It's by far the best of that line. I've got to vote Raichu here. I think.
I would actually put Pichu above Raichu, but I have to say I'm on the Raichu train. Like I feel like Luxray should have something.
Guys, someone give me a Luxray here. Someone give me a Luxray. Luxray is my Brionne. Guys, please.
Design-wise, Luxray is so like imposing and cool, and I feel like it just doesn't have any part of it to live up to that look. Whereas Raichu just kind of speaks for itself.
You are correct. But as someone who has learned that they love cats, as like just as a very earnest part of my self exploration, this saddens me entirely. Zico, oh, that's a wounding
Also,
statement. Yeah, well, it's the truth. It's the truth, bud.
On the topic of electric types, we have to redo this list, Salazar, without your 32 because I have no time to I'm not able to talk about my love for Magneton here.
Well,
I mean, Magneton's worse than both of these.
Yeah, agreed.
Magnezone, I can see
Magnezone's neat.
Magnezone is so cool.
I also
right, well, now I feel less bad because you insulted my favorite.
Luxray. Having a Luxray and a Staraptor on the same team and being able to just do like Intimidate Cheese all the time and just back and forth with them.
I will say, yeah, no, there's a really good chance in my Pearl remake Let's Play that I'm probably gonna get a Luxray, but I'm not.
Play a Sinnoh game without a Luxray on
so
the team.
Dragamation, I voted to tiebreak for Brionne. So I don't know what revenge you're talking about. All I'm saying.
We didn't really care one way or the other. We were saying that neither Brionne nor Raboot were good. I didn't vote in that one. I'd probably give it to Brionne over Raboot. I just think neither of them are that good.
All right. Well,
I think Raboot's worse.
We have completed Group B, so we are halfway through the first round. Starting with Group C, we have Machamp versus Gardevoir. Machamp.
If this was Gallade, this would be a very different argument for me, but I got to go Machamp here.
I actually don't have an opinion. Like I recognize that both of them are good. I would probably give the edge to Gardevoir, but I do love Machamp in
I think
Machamp.
I think Machamp is cool. I think Machamp has a fun design. It feels like a great upgrade from Machoke. But I feel like we've seen a lot of Machamp, and I mean, we've seen a lot of Gardevoir, but like Game Freak has pushed Machamp pretty hard, and it harkens back to the thing that I said before, where if it's a trade evolution, it has to be worth the work, and I don't think it is.
Okay, so Adam is bringing up the trade evolution argument again, which I think is very interesting and valid.
It's the worst of the Kanto trade. Like out of the 4 main trade evolutions from Kanto, with like Gengar, Golem, Machamp, and Alakazam, I think Machamp is by far the worst or the least useful. But like, I love its design. It's so simple.
Yeah,
so good.
No,
and that's the like it's just a beautiful looking Pokemon with a green shiny that looks good. I don't know. Gardevoir's fine. Gallade is so good. I really wish Gallade was on here. I don't know. I'm not upset that Gardevoir is gonna win this. I just personally would put Machamp over.
Yeah, I think Machamp is cool, but I just don't. I think Gardevoir is just like I would use a
Oh.
Gardevoir. I wouldn't necessarily use a Machamp.
I don't think I'd ever really use either, if I'm being honest.
I can't think of why I would ever use a Machamp over any other fighting type, honestly.
There are so many better fighting types.
I,
than
I
Machamp.
feel like fighting has a very weak representation in general. I don't think that there are a ton of like
Pure
top
fighting
tier.
is trash. Pure
Except
fighting is
Phalanx.
awful.
Yeah.
Phalanx and Gen 8 did some great work for
Okay.
pure fighting
Yeah.
types.
I
You got
never-
Phalanx and you got
Actually,
Grapploct.
that's a lie because I love Conkeldurr, and I think Conkeldurr is great.
Conkeldurr is one of the ugliest Pokemon that's ever made.
Ooh,
Uh,
ooh, I love Conkeldurr.
I will say I never played Gen 8. But I am encouraged by the fact that there are good fighting types there.
Keep trying to get you to play Gen 8. I keep trying to get you to play Gen 8.
I know. In the community polls, there were very few fighting types selected, which surprised me a little bit. But maybe
I feel like there were very few primary fighting types.
yeah, that's also fair. That's also fair. Next up, we are in the franchise icons section. So we have Lucario versus Zoroark. Let's begin.
I'm gonna go Zoroark here.
Ben, all right, 30 seconds,
I
go.
want to hear a Zoroark argument because I need to be convinced.
I think 1, Zoroark has an awesome shiny. 2, a great ability. So much fun can be had with Zoroark's ability. I love the concept that it's like illusions and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think Lucario is fine. Like it's really good. I like it enough, but like Lucario is one of those Pokemon that Game Freak really loves to like shove down your throats, and I don't think it deserves it. Like you just handed a Mega Lucario and X and Y for no reason, and then you don't even fight one in the gym battle, even though it's her main Pokemon. She just doesn't have it on our team. Zoroark is just so cool. It has one of the best designs. I thought it was mythical I thought it was like a mythical or legendary for so long. So like this Pokemon's too cool to just be a casually existing Pokemon.
I actually did have to ask someone, "Hey, is Zoroark a mythical Pokemon?" Because I did also think that it was.
It was an event. Kind of. It was an event. It was an event exclusive, and then it just wasn't in following generations.
I feel like it's just such a great gimmick and so well executed.
I mean, all right. I think you basically said everything correctly. I would say that I just like enjoy using Lucario because it's strong and cool, but I feel like Zoroark just has fun built in. Like it just has a fun ability. Like it, which might not even be the greatest thing competitively, but it's fun.
Good competitively.
It's fun.
Well,
Does it even work against AI? Does it work against AI?
Yeah. Works really well against AI.
Well, that
you can like, go into the Lucario and be like, yeah, you'll just wreck a lot of things, but it'll be really bland and boring. You can go in with a
Zoroark
Zoroark.
just has fun built in.
Flavor.
that was an unexpected landslide. I think Bulbasaur was the other one that was unexpectedly a landslide, right?
Yeah.
That surprised me. I thought more people would be in favor of Lucario, but I think the general opinion that Lucario is a bit bland for a franchise icon seems to be ruling the day.
Dragonation, I get that the love for designs is such a big part of it, but to ignore abilities and stats is denying these Pokemon like a key component of who they are. And I won't do that.
I do appreciate though that you guys are throwing in both arguments. And we're getting.
You have to do both.
Yeah, we're getting all sides here, which is really good.
I know you're teasing Dragonation. I know you're teasing. I'm making jokes. I'm just playing along.
All right, we are starting to slide into the EV section. So we have Jolteon versus Absol.
Absol. For just one reason alone.
Yeah.
One reason alone.
What's your reason, Ben?
That is the coolest fucking shiny that has ever existed.
Okay,
No,
so
we're not. Oh my god.
okay, well I could have made you all vote for that if that was the Lux for Luxray.
The coolest shiny. It's also like it's like the Omen Pokemon. It's out there trying to help people, but everyone sees it Absol like, oh shit's about to go down, and everyone hates. Like it's got one of the coolest dex entries also.
Well,
it's my favorite.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I think with dex entries you could be like, oh, which one's the Pokemon that can make 10 million degree heat?
No, but I mean like
Like-
concepts around it. The idea of this like bad omen Pokemon that all it wants to do is go out there and help people, but because it always shows up before a bad event, people
Oh,
like relate
right.
it to the bad event.
Right.
Let me-
It's the
and
harbinger.
Here, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what happened. Someone invented like a mind boost device, like something that could boost your brainwave to do like the coolest and smartest thing ever. They used it on someone. He ran immediately into Game Freak offices and wrote down Absol. That's like the true story about how Absol was created. I just decided.
Jolteon's
It's
also
like
probably
Thank you for that
like,
completely
they're
true
like, we're gonna
story.
base it off of a Japanese yokai. It's gonna have a signature move. It's gonna be edgy. It's gonna have like a blade on the side of its head. It's gonna be so fucking cool. And like, just if we're going out and like, it shouldn't. It's like it's like, oh, okay, the edgy one wins. Of course, he likes edgy Pokemon. It's like, yeah, but Jolteon looks like the lamest of the original 3 evolutions.
I mean, Jolteon is kind of. I love Jolteon's really good. I would always if like if I'm between the original 3, I'm going with Jolteon because it has
Yeah.
good moves. It has Shadow Ball, which is really useful and it's fast. But like as designs go, Jolteon and Flareon were kind of lazy, especially compared to just the glory that is Vaporeon's design.
Yeah.
And like yeah, it's like pointy, like electricity. Get it? It's got like jolts on it. Yay!
It's like, where's its tail?
Absol has a scythe as part of its chin. Like
Yeah, it has a scythe as part of his chin and another like knife as a tail. Where's Jolteon's tail?
Wow,
Exactly.
I didn't actually realize that this one was going to be so favorable towards Absol. So I guess teaches me. Also, I just realized that my stream title was my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon stream title. So I have changed that.
Ultimate tournament.
It should be changed now, but I'm not sure if that was Stream Manager lagging behind or what. But thank you for covering for me really quickly there. So
Yeah.
congratulations to Absol for moving on. Also, you guys can check out the rules and the updates with the applicable commands. After this round of 64, I will be posting the PDF to Twitter so that you guys can see how it is progressing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going through it all tonight, right?
No, we're doing this all now. We're going.
All right.
So
What we got next?
Glaceon versus Vaporeon. Adam, you first. 30 seconds.
Glaceon versus shit, this is actually hard. I liked Glaceon when it came out because it was new and it was cooler looking than Leafeon. But I
Ooh.
always come back to Vaporeon. That might be one of the most solid Pokemon designs ever made. It's got a mermaid tail and fins, but it's like a cat thing. It's like it's a cool size. It's got good stats.
It has
It's water, so the typing's good.
It has
I gotta
that.
go Vaporeon.
It has that Dagobah creature, swamp creature thing where it like
Yeah.
becomes liquid in water, which is cool.
I know.
Yeah.
Look,
I gotta go Vaporeon. I can't.
I voted immediately Vaporeon here. Glaceon's like I like Glaceon. I think Leafeon looks a lot better than Glaceon in my opinion between the two Gen 4 ones, but also it's like I've never really felt the need to use a Glaceon because it came out in the same
Mhm.
generation as Mamoswine. So why would you ever not use Mamoswine as your ice Mamoswine or Weavile? Like there's so many other
I don't know if you have a move to go then, but
I mean, you do. You get Glaceon so.
no, you're right. You do.
Yeah.
You get Glaceon remarkably late.
I personally
Um,
think that Glaceon looks better than Leafeon, which made me sad. Leafeon kind of looks like an off-brand Chikorita.
I love the way
But-
Leafeon is like I think a great design. But
Yeah,
I
just never have it.
for all the reasons Adam said, so good.
I've just never had a reason for a grass type as late as you get Leafeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get Leafeon remarkably early compared to Glaceon.
I have a Vaporeon
No,
that I have.
No, because you don't get Eevee until you do the
I
game.
said Weavile, Zico. I said
Yeah.
Weavile.
I have a Vaporeon that I have kept since 2016 as a Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and that is actually really what brought me over to Vaporeon. Just like playing with it and having it be like this insane tank that also did a ton of damage. I never realized the glory of Vaporeon, but I'm glad I do now, and I'm glad you all agree.
So to all the people talking Weavile right now, I actually just got a shiny Weavile in Sword, and I'm super happy about it. Except I can't. I honestly, I gotta be honest. Weavile, Sneasel to Weavile is one of the biggest downgrades in design that Pokemon's ever done.
Yeah.
Weavile
Yeah, I
Sort of
like I
disagree.
like I like the asymmetry. I like the
Weavile looks
asymmetry.
cool, but Sneasel looks so much better.
All right, all right.
Um,
We have
I think-
an incredibly tough one that we need to focus on right now, because
All
it is
right, all right,
Umbreon versus Sylveon, and these are two of the most popular Pokemon on like the community list.
I'm gonna go. I think
so
Sylveon's a better Pokemon. Like it just in game, Sylveon is better because Fairy is the best type in the game. But Umbreon, like just
I think I think I have to go. I think I have to go on Sylveon.
my issue with Sylveon is I think compared to all the other evolutions, it's oddly busier than the rest. Like I feel like all the others are more naturalistic. It's like it's a dog with a slight amount of element added into it. And Sylveon is like just looks a little bit too busy for me. I love it.
I knew
Sylveon, I think Umbreon is
knew
better.
yeah.
Plus the
I
force.
knew as soon as this debate would start, it would come down to what do you like more, stuff or simplicity? And if you like Umbreon's great for simplicity, and I think Sylveon's great for stuff, and I kind of like stuff. I love the ribbon. I love how it's only got 2 ribbons, but its design looks so much bigger than that. And like again it comes down to stuff or simplicity, but I love shiny Sylveon like a lot.
They're both of their shinies, the 2 best evolution shinies by far. The black and blue and the white and blue. Like the addition of blue for both of them is just so great.
Bees, you spelled Sylveon wrong. Bees.
I'm beginning to. I think based on what Joe Schmo is saying that I'm assuming Sylveon has something to do with the trans pride.
Yeah, no, I feel like
that's something I didn't know, but that's pretty cool.
No, the Sylveon
Sylveon
repping trans pride is
like if you look at the flag,
trans
yeah,
pride.
Yeah, if you look at the flag.
Oh, thank God.
I hadn't made that connection. That is really cool. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. That's really awesome.
No, yeah, no, it's
black and yellow is one of my favorite color combos. That's why I love Luxray shiny also.
If it was more black and gold themed than black and yellow, I would probably be inclined to say Umbreon 100%.
I like the yellow more than the gold.
It does well.
Also, what's Umbreon's deal? It's a special defender, right?
It's a glass cannon.
Glass cannon.
Yeah.
Umbreon.
Yes. Espeon is the special defender. I think. I might have that backwards, but I think that
no. Umbreon has 130 special defense, 110 defense. It is a tank.
I think their shinies are both pretty awesome. I'd have trouble comparing their 2 shinies. I think both their shinies are pretty great. Between Umbreon and Sylveon.
So if you guys can see right here, it's very small. Umbreon in the community poll had 4 top 5 entries. Sylveon had 4 top 5 entries and a top 10 entry. They were the most popular Pokemon picked by everyone. So
very cool.
I'm surprised Umbreon didn't do a little bit better, but trans pride wins the day.
I feel like this might not be the most popular statement, but I feel like in general the evolution lines, like I love the concept. I almost never use them.
Yeah, also
I never
true.
Feel like my team is missing out. I never feel like my team is missing out by not having them. You get a free Eevee in every fucking game. I never go and get one.
All right.
So here's the thing. I have never. I have used evolutions in the past, and I've never not felt rewarded by it. They always contribute.
Fair. Good point.
But I will say, so I think it's nice when you need something to round out the team. You need something.
I've used the Jolteon once.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
we're doing the next topic.
Mimikyu versus
destroy Regice.
Mimikyu versus Regice. No, Regice is cool. Regice is cool.
It's not as cool as like one of the best Pokemon ever made.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like Regice is phenomenal, but you put it against Mimikyu.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's Mimikyu, dude. It is.
Mimikyu.
It might be the single greatest Pokemon design ever made.
I don't agree with that.
It's a very good Pokemon design, though.
My vote is 100%. Oh, it is. It's phenomenal. I don't know if it's the best. My vote is 100% for Mimikyu, but I can't sit here and let Regice not get on the board.
Thank you. I think Regice is my favorite Pokemon.
It's Regice.
Web Captioner won't understand it if I say it the right way.
Yo,
I'm captioning what I'm
Salazar,
saying.
pull up the video Reggie
know the
cries and
video.
listen to it say Reggie Ice.
I know what it says. It's Reg Ice. You can't tell
No,
me otherwise.
and Adam, I know, but I have to make sure web captioner gets it.
Okay.
That's the
It's
only
Reg
way.
Ice. It's a hard G. Reg Ice.
Oh, of course, it's for web captioners.
Yeah. Reggie Rock, Reggie Steel, Reggie Lucky.
Well,
I can't
we're
hear
gonna.
You don't have audio on this, by the way. JP.
Oh, I don't have audio.
I can't hear it.
Oh,
Oh no, wait.
I
have the
feel
audio
like
on.
I
have
love
the
the
audio
I
on.
love the Reggie.
That's probably why.
okay.
I love the Reggies because I love the emotionless golem, but it's just it's
Reggie Lucky.
Mimikyu, dude.
Reggie Lucky
It's
doesn't
like
have
no Pokemon tells a story in its design as well as Mimikyu.
Reggie Lucky doesn't have a face but has so many expressions, and that's adorable.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's legit. That's legitimately cool. That Regieleki is so emotive without a face.
Yeah,
So great.
I think all the Reggies are really good.
Yeah.
I just
really do
just thought Reggie Ice had maybe the coolest design. Okay, that actually right there. The Reggie Rock.
You can't hear it, Salazar.
What it was?
Do you have the audio off on the stream? I think
Do I?
I do. No. I'm talking to Adam because I know I do. So that otherwise there'd be an echo.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
We
Okay,
can
okay.
hear it. The audience can hear it.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure. Reggie Ice, love you. Unfortunately, is not getting on the board.
I got it on the board. I got it on
Alright.
the board. I couldn't let it not get a vote, but it did not deserve to beat Mimikyu.
All right, fair enough. We're getting into the actual pseudo legendaries and legendaries now. So,
What do we got?
Flygon versus Milotic. These are
They're the
more pseudo.
legendaries.
Okay, these are pseudo legendaries, but we're
I
about
don't
to
give
get
a shit
there.
about either of these.
You don't give a shit about either of these?
Don't give
No.
a shit about either of these. I mean, I like them both. I like their designs quite a bit. I've never used. I've used a Flygon. I'd never do it again. I've never used a Milotic, and that's mostly because it's almost always it's either beauty stat or a trait evolution, so it never feels worth it to me.
All right, let me just say this. Let me just
Vibrava evolve.
let me just say this.
What
As
level does Vibrava evolve?
45.
45. Let me just say this. As someone who only runs grass starters and usually runs them as my main through the entire campaign, I have a very I am very envious of Milotic because it destroys me whenever I go against it. I just always see like how powerful it is and be like, damn, I wish I could have one of those.
Milotic is, I mean, I feel like I would love to use Milotic if it was easier to achieve. It's like I don't feel
I've
like
always felt-
I'm never gonna build up a Feebas's beauty stats no matter how.
Well, I feel like the effort you have to put into it makes the payoff even better.
Or how about the effort that goes into catching a Feebas?
Yeah.
How about
that gets a lot
acquiring
easier.
Milotic?
That gets a lot easier. Like in Gen 6, it's just like you can use a good rod.
Well, so does evolving it. It's just a trade evo now.
No, in Gen 6, they brought back contests, so it's beauty stat again.
Well, yeah, but in Gen 8, it's a trade evo.
In Gen 8, it's trade evo. But I'm saying, like, in general, like, Feebas is only that hard to
Ooh.
get in Gen 3 games specifically.
All right. Well, this one ended up tied, so based on what I said, I'm going to call it for Milotic. I know people
Yeah,
love
sure.
Flygon, and it is a good mon, but Milotic is a Pokemon that I really
I do like
so
how
Milotic wins.
how long it is, and how it kind of competes with Gyarados in that regard. But I'm
I love
not.
that it's so
I just
regal.
care.
I love that
it
it's, like,
looks
so regal
beautiful.
and beautiful, but it's still so fucking powerful.
Yeah.
Based on its design, I would like to use Milotic, but its acquisition is so like god awful that I would never would.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the same boat.
We are now firmly into the pseudo legendaries. Tyranitar versus Metagross.
Why you gotta do me like
Ben,
that?
you first. 30 seconds.
I love both of these, but I gotta go Metagross. It's just so cool. It's got one of the coolest designs ever. Got one of the coolest shinies ever. It's so good. I mean, they're pseudo legendaries. They're all so good. It just looks. This one's so hard. It's Metagross is just so much cooler. I think there's something about like the cold steel look in its eyes.
Yeah.
The
Super
mustache
good.
that the X on its face makes.
Adam, give me
Yeah.
give me some points.
I love how every Pokedex entry in existence for Metagross just goes on and on about how fucking strong it is. It is so cool. It is like there's a scene in the anime that always stands out in my mind when Metagross is attacking Team Rocket and you see like the computers calculate like the angle of like the attack that it needs to use, and it hits a rock out of the ground and it reflects off like 50 different walls and hits them. Metagross is the coolest Pokemon.
Let me point this out. Let me point this out. I have a
Meteor
shiny.
Mash is such a cool move.
True. Oh, Meteor Mash is great. I have a. If you get a shiny Metagross, and I know we're not using shinies as the basis of our arguments, but
Someone needs to vote Metagross.
but
here,
I have a
'cause I'm
shiny.
not letting Metagross.
Yeah,
go down, so.
I have a shiny Metagross named MacBook Pro, and I will never get tired of that.
I have a shiny
Yeah,
Metagross.
shiny Metagross is one of the most finest things to look at. It makes me so happy.
Wow. Tyranitar
I can't
actually
believe
pulled it
Tyranitar
out.
won.
I don't feel bad about Tyranitar winning this. I think Tyranitar is also. These are the two best pseudo legendaries. I think honestly, I think just the fact that they're not dragons makes them stand out a lot more. But they're also just so cool. It's Godzilla.
And of course,
and it's a giant tank with 4 arms and a mustache.
I was gonna say,
And it can fly.
Does-
Metagross can fly.
doesn't it like destroy mountains, or is that Aggron?
Tyranitar can fly.
Is that Aggron?
Tyranitar can't fly.
Tyranitar flies by shooting Hyper Beam down.
Oh yeah, true.
This doesn't count.
Tyranitar
count.
flies with a rocket
Metagross
jumps.
has Hyper Beam too. It could do that.
It's how Godzilla flies. Does
Well,
that count?
Metagross can float though.
Yeah,
with
Metagross.
its
I
brain.
voted for Metagross. I voted.
Fair
For,
enough.
I love Metagross, but
All right,
Metagross has big. Metagross is the big brain pick. I'm disappointed in all you.
I am a little also, but I didn't get a vote because you guys said I didn't get it. Wait, I didn't vote. I haven't been voting.
yeah, because you only get to vote in tiebreakers. That's how it was decided.
Oh
You
yeah,
only
yeah,
get
yeah.
And we're not voting in round 1.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't remember how we
Fair,
decided.
fair enough.
At least in this round, you're only doing tiebreakers.
All right.
We'll have to revisit it in the future.
Gudra versus Garchomp.
I need to look up Gudra because I need to be sure about.
Gudra is big.
Gudra has like one of the most adorable designs ever, but Garchomp is just like Cynthia's Garchomp is just so iconic.
It is iconic. Yes.
Like
Yeah,
when you wake up
Garchomp
in
is
cold
iconic.
sweats when you wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night and you're horrified, it's because you know what Garchomp's about to get you.
Yeah,
First, Cynthia, it's Cynthia. We can't deny Cynthia. She is the queen.
All right, Adam, go.
Gudra, I love the Gudra line, but I hate that Gudra looks the way it does. I think it's so like derpy and lame.
You think you don't like the way it looks?
Like I know it's no, I don't.
Wow.
I know it's strong. I know it's good, but I hate how like weirdly thick it is. I hate how bottom heavy it is.
I
And like
love Gudra's look.
I hate the little tassels it has on the top of its head. I hate its like stupid fucking smile. Garchomp's cool.
I think
Garchomp is honest. Garchomp is ridiculously powerful, but it's honestly kind of like a muted design. Like you look at his hands and it's got like these weird
Don't forget to vote, by the way, Adam.
like fingernails with like at the ends of fins, and just kind of the power that it has. And then you look at Mega Garchomp and it's got like it like finishes it off. It's like this is like the actual power that Garchomp. I don't know. Garchomp is just awesome.
Don't forget to vote, Adam.
Yeah, you
didn't vote.
Adam, you didn't vote. And
Here's the thing, Gudra. The thing about Gudra is like Gen
It's
6
a
is the
tie,
first
though.
time they introduced a. They didn't introduce the first time they introduced a dragon poison type, and I like Dragalge a lot. But Dragalge should be a dragon water type. Gudra should be a dragon poison type, and the fact that it isn't, I always thought was a missed opportunity.
That would be cool. I'd be down with Dragon Poison.
Don't pull up the shinies. Don't pull.
I'm not pulling up the shinies. I don't care about the shinies for these ones.
Good.
I legitimately do not know who I would break this tie for. This is really tough.
Adam got his vote in after the fact for Garchomp. If you want.
Yeah, did I?
You want to just use that as a cop out?
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my vote in after the fact for Garchomp.
You know what? I'll say that's fair. You did vote. You did want it. So
I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I thought I'm almost positive I hit.
you guys need to just be a little aware of the time.
I
For this
vote
first
at
one.
the beginning of the round, and then I make my points why I think it's because sometimes when you get talking, it's hard to remember to vote afterwards.
All right.
Except the fact that we're probably going to have another chance to talk about most of these.
That's okay.
True. Oh yeah, that's right. Keep in mind that you can. We'll have these in the future rounds. So Garchomp is gonna win here. That was
But
close
it's all
though.
about in comparison to their current opponent. Like I'm not gonna be comparing Garchomp to Gudra at any other point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Aggron versus Salamence. I love both of these.
Are megas? Should we
This-
consider mega?
You-
Do we
you
consider
can-
mega?
You
They
can
both
consider
have
mega. Hey,
mega
you
things.
can consider mega because these have megas. There's no
both
mega
have-
Aeron. There's no
Mhm.
mega Bagon, but
Yeah.
there is a mega Salamence.
Yeah.
I'm gotta give it up to Aggron. I'm using an Aggron right
Mhm.
now, Pittsburgh, or he's a Laron at the moment. I love him. Aggron has always been like when I was a kid, the first time I saw Aggron, I was like, oh shit, that's the coolest Pokemon that's ever existed, and they'll never beat it. Look at it, it's like an armored, it looks like a knight and an armored tank and a rhinoceros or a triceratops or whatever all in one. And it's so awesome. Horrible like Rock Steel is not a good type combo. Because Rock is not a good type to have attached to yourself, but it is so good. And Salamence is cool, but there's so many other dragon types I'd rather use instead of a Salamence.
Yeah, I gotta go Aggron. It is again. It's. I think you basically said it. It's awesome.
Don't forget to vote.
It's not even pseudo legendary. It's just like looks the way it does. Like it's so epic. And I think like mega wise, that's one of the best mega evolutions. It's just got like this evil fucking grin. It's massive. It's got insane
Ooh.
defense.
Yeah.
It
I
is
think
so big.
for me the entry of the Pokédex entry about how it like claims a whole mountain as a territory and then just like kicks
Yeah.
the shit out of anyone who comes near it. Like that's awesome.
yeah. I think
Um,
Salamence is a very underrated Pokemon in general. Like I know it's good, but I don't think people talk about it enough just because there's so many dragon flying types.
Yeah.
Even in the pseudo.
It gets a little overlooked.
It doesn't help that
But
flying.
I think Salamence is a real. I think Salamence is a
real.
really good design, and I like it a lot, but not as much as Aggron.
Yeah. Pour one out
I
for Salamence. It is a good boy.
You get things like you get Noivern and Dragonite and Rayquaza, and it's like Salamence isn't that high on the list of dragon flying types.
You know what
Well-
my problem is? I think I like Shelgon more than Salamence.
Well,
I do
Shelgon,
love Shelgon.
and Venipede are really good second evolutions.
They really are.
They stand on their own
mean
very
Whirlipede?
well. Whirlipede, yeah.
they
But
really do. I agree.
now moving on to some flying legendaries, Lugia versus Zapdos. Ben, you go first. 30 seconds.
I got look. I'm not a huge fan of the Legendary Bird trio, but Pokemon Movie 2000 is the best Pokemon movie, and it's because of Lugia. Like you get
Mhm.
Lugia is so good they gave it its own movie they put it in charge. They made a movie where they were like, well, the Legendary Birds aren't that cool. Let's bring Lugia in and make it better. They made it the Shadow Lugia and in Coliseum XD. Like Lugia is just so awesome.
Adam.
Yeah, throughout my
So disappointing.
my
The only- It's so disappointing that Aeroblast is its main move because you're gonna give it Fly anyway. But
yeah.
Adam,
so
go.
good.
I think Lugia's just throughout my childhood, Lugia has been wrapped in this like elusiveness. Like, why is it a psychic type? My friend had a Pokedex book, and the Lugia entry was just like blank, and it was just like
Ooh.
it's just always been like this really cool Pokemon. It lives under the water, but it like breaks the waves when it comes up. It looks like this cool, smooth dragon. It's awesome. I like Lugia a lot. I think Zapdos is very good stat wise, but I've just never been a big Zapdos fan.
All right, Lugia. I don't like that it's doesn't have any water. I would rather it be water psychic
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
But it looks so good. It's such a good Pokemon.
It's like Zapdos is. I mean, no, Zapdos isn't the worst of its trio because of Fire Chicken.
I think it's
but
best of its. I think
yeah.
it's best personally. But
Articuno is the best of the legendary. birds.
Zapdos
So
is better.
cool and beautiful.
Zapdos
It's
is
so
better than the other
Also-
two.
Ooh, no.
Also, shout out XD001 Shadow Lugia. That shit's awesome.
Oh yeah, Shadow Lugia is
It's
great.
awesome.
Shadow
That
Lugia is
shit's
great.
awesome.
All right, we have Latias versus Rayquaza. Adam, you go first. 30 seconds.
Latias versus Rayquaza, gotta go Rayquaza. It's the ultimate like dragon Pokemon. It's huge. It's got like that awesome reptilian, like it's not smiling, but it looks like it is. It's like the great equalizer in the plot. It's just awesome. It conveys so much power by just being there.
I will say that as the crowning jewel of the legendaries in Hoenn, it is really
Mhm.
really cool, and I love it. It's not better than Kyogre, but it's still really
It
good.
is. I think. Look, one, Rayquaza wears just a vibrantly bright red shade of lipstick with green skin, and they pull it off, and that's impressive. But also just the fact that they have the confidence to even try it is so admirable. They've got one of the coolest shinies of all time.
True. Like
Oh my god.
you have to consider
Oh
the
my
shiny.
god.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of the
Latias and
shiny.
Latios, I think, are just kind of like the problem is there's so many casual like legendaries and dragons. Gen 3 is just filled with dragons. And Latias and Latios are not the most memorable of them. They have a decent movie. Latias, I think, is the one that kisses Ash, which is like,
I
hey,
think
that's pretty
that
cool.
movie's awesome.
The movie
mean,
is terrific. Latias has
Heroes
a
to
really
I
good
think
movie.
that movie's
is a really good one.
you know, I
Even
think that
more,
movie's awesome, but it cements in my mind that Latios and Latias should be Johto Pokemon.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
I
That movie is
I, I,
Ian Cohen.
I just feel like I just feel like no, it's not. It's in Johto.
All right.
I just feel like
Because May is there.
Make your last
yeah,
point, Adam.
Latios and Latias never get enough focus.
All
May
right.
is not in that movie.
We
You're
have
thinking of the Latias girl that looks like me.
we have a tie, and I love Latias because the movie is awesome, and I have a little Latias figure
Oh.
back here. But Rayquaza from Hoenn, it's an insane legendary. The shiny is amazing. It's just really, really good. Extreme speed, you can just spam that. It's awesome. I'm going with Rayquaza. Rayquaza wins.
We didn't even get into signature moves. Rayquaza in the new games has Dragon's Ascent, which is like this insane Rayquaza attack.
Oh yeah,
Latias had I'll just throw a ball of mist at him. I'll just throw my mist at him.
Fair.
Latios is Luster Purge, not Latias. I was gonna say Latios has Luster Purge, and Luster Purge is great, but Latias has Mist Ball, and that's
all right.
So.
I don't even know what Luster Purge means.
Moving on, we have two steel types, Jirachi and Dialga.
Dialga. Dialga's the best legendary that's ever been.
Yeah,
so cool.
Jirachi makes me uncomfortable.
Dragon Steel is an insanely good type combo. It is so cool looking. It's got a Xenomorph head and a giant crest. Like it looks like it's the
It looks like the Dragon of Time.
It controls time.
Here's what I will say.
I
feel bad for like thinking that Dialga is so much better than Palkia because I think Palkia looks like a horse. But I would like Dialga is so cool. I love it. I love it so much.
I feel like Dialga has this like, or I'm not going to talk about Dialga. I'm going to talk about Jirachi because I think Jirachi gives me a lot of anxiety. Like it's got the whole it only appears every 1,000 years. It's like, but what if you catch it? What then? And it's confusing. It's got. That sucks. That's stupid, and I hate it.
The encounters
it's got the wish thing going on, which I feel like is busted. It's got
the encounter.
Generation 3 had this weird habit of like signature moves that like nobody knew about. Like when Dialga and Palkia came out, you knew that they had Roar of Time and Spatial Rend. Nobody talks about Doom Desire. No one cares about Doom Desire.
I have never even heard of Doom Desire, so you have a good point.
I think Metagross has access to Doom Desire now. So
does it really?
Does Metagross have Doom Desire?
Doesn't it? I mean, or Registeel.
I don't think so.
It might be Registeel. I know there's another steel type that has it now.
No, it's just Jirachi.
I think it's something else. I agree. I think Dialga is really good.
I really don't think Doom Desire that often.
One of my criticisms of Jirachi is that your encounters with it in games are kind of wonky. Like in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game that one of my friends is playing, it feels like the wish aspect is also like there's no actual choice with it. Like it's so powerful, like they railroad you into making like one choice because otherwise, if they literally gave you any choice, it would be writable.
I think the Jirachi movie is not bad with the whole like clone Palkia thing.
I don't even remember it too. Jirachi also doesn't appear in any main games, which is like side games are cool. Pokemon has a lot of good side games.
It appeared in Coliseum. You get it from Coliseum, I think.
If you're not going to show up in a main game, you can't blame me for not remembering you.
Fair point.
Yeah,
fair
no,
point.
Jirachi might
Let-
be the most shafted mythical Pokemon ever made.
Manaphy and
All right,
Phaeon.
all right. Let's move on
No, because
to
Manaphy and Fion appear
guys.
prominently in the
Manaphy and
mystery event.
Fion aren't what we're looking at. Sorry, I
Manaphy
just want to keep this
Phaeon
moving.
makes them worse.
Ki-
Alright,
Kyogre versus Groudon. Ben,
Oh,
you
ooh.
first. What points?
Oh man, these are both so awesome. They're such cool designs, such cool shinies. So I love the concept. The thing is, like, part of me wants to say Groudon is cooler, so I want to say Groudon. But I always keep going back to that image in the games where you're like, oh no, they're fighting, and it's just a full ocean, and Groudon's on a small little island, and Kyogre's just in a vast ocean around it. It's like it's so close. I'm like, no, it's not. Kyogre's kicking his ass. So
I made a really stupid comic about this years ago. But if you think about it, you're in Sootopolis City, which is a walled city. So Groudon does have walls of land to use.
Fair.
He's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Kyogre has just been one of my favorites ever since I encountered it. And Gen 3 was like my second. Sapphire was my second game. It remains my favorite mainline game.
Never played it.
Kyogre I don't know. I love it. It's in my party in Pokemon Go right now as my Master League party. It's just remained such a good Pokemon through its entire duration in the series.
My issue is
I'm gonna vote no confidence here.
Okay.
I think in general the Hoenn games are the hardest for me to ever like. I always start a Hoenn game and I never even come close to wanting to finish it.
I think Groudon. Both of these guys look tired. Don't both of these Pokemon look tired all the
but
time?
I think that
very
fits into their thing that they're
Although,
just endlessly battling. That would tire you out.
Have you seen
I just
anyone?
I like Groudon. I like Groudon's claws. I like his spikes. I like his whole like.
I love his tail.
He looks like he can. He looks like he can kick your ass, but he looks like he just doesn't fucking want to.
Have you ever seen a video of someone in like the Crown Tundra with a Groudon following them? Have you ever seen how Groudon walks in these 3D modeled games?
He just kind of like
adorable.
Yeah.
You gotta pull it up, Josh. You gotta go grab that.
You're gonna have to link me that one. And use the media request feature. But for right now, we're gonna move on to Deoxys versus Mewtwo. I feel like this one might be fairly easy, but I don't know.
I think I always come back to Mewtwo. Like I always think like, oh, they put Mewtwo in fucking everything. It's Pokemon 151 or it's Pokemon 150. It's the coolest Pokemon. And like on one hand, like it's not the coolest Pokemon, but on the other hand, it like totally is. Like it looks awesome.
I always reapproach Mewtwo with the idea of like
that being said, Deoxys is fucking Deoxys. Like that shit is so unique and so cool. They wanted to make something that kids would think is the coolest fucking thing ever, and I think it's like it transforms and it's an alien and it comes down and it's got tentacles that make a DNA shape and it's got forms and there's a new form in Emerald. It's a speed form. And it's like it's got all this stuff going on, and like I thought that listing off Deoxys' cool stuff would make me like it more, but instead it just makes me think that Mewtwo is the best.
Okay,
I do like the forms. I don't think this is as big of a difference as maybe it should be, but I guess Mewtwo is a little too classic. For people not to pick, which I get. So,
I think Mewtwo is one of those Pokemon where I'm like, yeah, it's really cool, and they're gonna consistently talk about it, and it deserves to be talked about. I just think Deoxys deserves to be talked about more. I think Deoxys is cool. I like the form changing. I like it's slightly different. I like that the designs always feel so practical. It's like, oh yeah, attack form looks stronger. Defense form looks bulkier. Speed form is so light and thin and like
the aesthetics are really good. The aesthetics are really good for its forms.
I don't know. I think Deoxys. Also, it's an alien. I think that's cool.
Yeah, Deoxys definitely deserves some love. We're gonna move on to the last one in the round of 64. Yveltal versus Silvally.
Yveltal.
Yveltal.
No one watch MNJ.
But I believe
sure.
it's I believe it's Yveltal. Like
Yveltal?
E.
All
It's
right.
Yveltal.
Even if I can't
But-
pronounce it, it's a Pokemon that I really like versus a Pokemon that I didn't know that people absolutely loved until
I didn't know
recently.
anyone liked Silvally. I didn't. I don't know.
I always think like, yeah, I'm gonna use Silvally, and then it sucks. Like, I love the concept. I kind of like the design. I think I like Type Null more, honestly.
Type Null's
I think
cool.
I think I like the reined back, like it's got shackles on it, look more than what it looks like underneath.
I think Yveltal's the Pokemon of death. It's a cool looking bird.
Yeah, I forgot that's the Pokemon of death.
With an insanely cool looking shiny. I think my problem is like, look, like I get it. Silvally is like, oh, it's like we made our own Arceus, but it's like I'm never gonna want to use it. It never looks cool enough to me. It never looks. I'm
It's
not
never
gonna wanna
good. It's not
switch
good.
its type. It's the same reason I would never use an Arceus in battle for the same reason of like having to deal with like the different plates or memories or blah blah blah. I don't feel like it. Just give me a Pokemon with a consistent
Yeah.
typing, so I can give it a consistent move set.
I think
Wow,
I think the
Yveltal is
dark
pulling
I
ahead.
think the dark flying type hurts Yveltal, but I've been using one in Pokemon Go. It's I like it more than I thought I would. It's cool. It's got to be Yveltal.
I think the problem with like Silvally doesn't have a move like Judgment that can shift. I don't think it does. It might. I could be wrong.
Silvally is not great in battles. Equal
Silvally
full.
doesn't
I've
have
been
a
using
move-
it in the campaign for Sword and Shield, and it just can't beat NPC enemies.
Silvally doesn't have a move that adjusts to whatever type it's currently in the way that Arceus does. And
Yeah, it
that's
does. It does. It's just not
It
good.
does. Is it
It
not
does
good?
have it. It's just not good.
Judgment's really good.
All right.
Uh,
Well, I actually that actually really surprised me,
Yveltal?
but
I don't know
Yveltal
that
is Yveltal, whatever you want to call it, is our
Yveltal.
winner.
Dude, one of the coolest legendary shinies out there. So good. Have
So
you seen it?
that is going to wrap up our round of 64. We've got a lot of Pokemon that I didn't realize we're gonna go ahead. So, well, I'm gonna post the update to Twitter so that you guys can see, and I'm going to format these rounds real quick. But go ahead and just chat and tell me what you guys thought were your biggest surprises. What Pokemon you are so sad that did not move on. I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm still upset that Pokemon like Mamoswine and Tentacruel, and I know Kingdra's not super popular, but I still think Kingdra is insane how good it is. Didn't make this list. I don't know. Also,
I am upset.
surprised about Staraptor.
Yeah, I'm upset about Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Staraptor is nobody's favorite, but I do like Staraptor. I'm upset about I saw Swellow on the list like 3 times. I'm surprised it didn't make it on.
Swellow mostly had secondary. They were bottom 10.
I'm pissed about.
I'm pissed that
I'm pissed that Galarian Darmanitan or even normal Darmanitan didn't make it on. I'm pissed at all you guys for not realizing the brilliance that is Crabrawler.
Crabrawler is one of the. Oh, I was gonna say Crabrawler evolves into one of the ugliest Pokemon to ever exist.
Yeah, no. But I was pissed that Magneton isn't here or any of the Magnemite evolutions. But hearing what you guys say about it, I guess it wouldn't have made it very far anyway.
I think if I had to guess, like I think the biggest surprise for me is I really, really thought Mamoswine would make it because I mean it's a woolly mammoth. It's so good, but it's also like it's a woolly mammoth. I had one in my Platinum Nuzlocke I just finished that I named Romano because Ray Romano played the woolly mammoth in Ice Age and I couldn't remember the name of the character. And he's just so insanely good. So immediately the second you get him, and I guess in my head I thought everyone else would love him also, and there are a lot of interesting things. Like if you go back to like the sheet, there's a lot of interesting picks on here that people had that I wouldn't have expected. Although I guess I also had Relicanth and Kecleon on my list, so everyone's got their random favorites that don't really translate to popular culture. But I didn't expect like Brionne being this popular is still something I don't fully understand. Silvally being this popular is also something I don't understand. I don't know about you, Adam.
Silvally is a big. Silvally is really big.
Surprise.
Sorry, Silvally is really big among my TF friends, and Zico Fool herself has sort of turned
What
Brion into a brand.
what is TF transfem?
Transformation.
Oh, I thought it was transfem. Okay. The
Interesting.
literally any evolution appearing on any favorite Pokemon list does not surprise me in the slightest.
No, evolutions never do. I guess Sylveon. Sylveon's just not the one. I guess I tend to forget Sylveon when I'm thinking of the evolutions. It's the first one I'm not going to remember because it's the one I have the least amount of experience with. And I
That's the
kind of
first one I ever used, and I loved it.
It's also
It's
just
great because it's not a glass cannon. It's got like great defensive stats.
I don't know. It's just one that I have no real experience with. I've played X and Y and I didn't use it. I didn't touch my Eevee. I used Klefki. Klefki is insane. Klefki is by far my favorite fairy type. I love Klefki. I think Klefki is just also like Klefki is one of those Pokemon where it's remarkably adorable to me, and I could never tell you why. Um,
Yeah, I
it's
love
just a
Klefki.
key
I love
ring.
I love
I think it's
Klefki
the
because I
cutest
use
thing.
it fucking competitive and it's good.
Klefki is it's so good. Klefki and I had a Klefki and a Durant on my team at the same time. But I was never really worried about anything taking damage because they were so good at just absorbing hits.
Mhm.
Except fire. Durant does not like fire. Durant is
Yeah.
insane. I did not realize that when I was so disappointed when I caught it because there were so many other
Yeah.
things I thought were cooler on that route. And then I threw it in. I'm like, let's see how
Yeah.
this goes. And it's like, oh, this is just actually incredible. Uh, who
Yeah,
knew?
I think on the topic of Klefki, I feel like Generation 6 cuz it was in like you catch Klefki in a place called the Lost Resort, and I feel like there's
Yeah.
a like Generation 6 had so many neat ideas and then just executed them so shittily.
Gen 6, honestly, like I've played Y, and it's honestly one of one of the most fun times I've had playing a Pokemon game. I really love it. I got X immediately after because I wanted to play that one too. I haven't gotten to it.
I might have to
It's
replay it
it's
without
but
using Mega Evolutions.
it's oh, I didn't touch Mega Evolutions. I mean I did a Nuzlocke and my Ivysaur died, so I never had and I didn't use the Lucario, so I never had a Pokemon on my team that could Mega Evolve. But I was never going
Uh-huh.
to do it anyway. Um, I think the problem is like the game. It's like the battles are too easy. None of the gym leaders, even the Elite Four, only have 4 Pokemon, which is ridiculous and kind of insulting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but the story is so good. I really like.
I would disagree.
I
I don't
really,
think the
I
story
like
did.
this. I really liked the story. I really liked a lot of the new Gen 6 Pokemon. And I enjoyed the read. Like I enjoyed the game. I found the rivals to be kind of annoying because there were 7 of them. Um,
Yeah.
there was
7
Elite
of them and
Four.
none of them are good.
None of them were interesting. But I liked most of the
Right.
story quite a bit. And I liked a lot of the Gen 6 Pokemon. And I really loved the addition. Like Fairy type is something that after Gen 5 and the amount of like just so many dragons, it was nice to have something that I could actually beat them. Uh,
Mhm.
Now Fairy's broken as hell, but it also means that I get to love my Steel type Pokemon that normally would not be useful in an offensive sense and now are really good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dragon Mation's right. They split an actual personality among 7 characters. That is, I could not say that better myself. Um, I also really like that you're on rollerblades. I don't know why. I just found that more entertaining than running shoes. And a bike.
All right, let's go.
All right,
Let's
I'm almost finished formatting the next round. Apologies, it takes just a couple of seconds for me to do that. I am very sad that Luxray didn't make it. You guys are mean. You guys are mean to me. You intentionally did that to make me sad.
You put
I
you.
just
I
never.
promise. You put some of your favorite Pokemon against Pokemon that just were going to beat it. If you'd put Luxray against, I don't know
Yeah.
why I closed the bracket. If you'd put Luxray against like some weak ass, no one cares about Pokemon on this list, you'd have been fine. You
Uh,
put Luxray against Raichu.
I
Um,
sorted them by relevant characteristics. Raichu and Luxray are both third evolutions, and they're both electric type. I could have made Raichu a franchise icon one, but Pikachu is more along that line.
I think Luxray would actually have been closer to franchise icon than
Oh.
Raichu.
Really?
Raichu tends to get the snub a lot by a lot of people who don't remember that Pikachu can evolve. Whereas I feel like Luxray is a pretty well beloved Gen 4 Pokemon.
Well, if it was more beloved, I feel like it would have beat Raichu, but I guess that's semantics at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there definitely could have been a better way to set up this initial bracket.
I did it by relevant stuff. We weren't gonna get all landslides, and if we did, then it would have been boring.
How many of these legendaries were the ones you picked versus the ones that the crowd picked?
It's all
They're
like
not-
it's all 50-50. It's all
These are
like 50-50.
not- Some of these are not the legendaries I would like. I'm surprised. Like I would have expected to see like Lunala or Solgaleo on here, and neither of them made it. Like I feel like Gen 7 has some really like Gen 7 also has like Marshadow, which is insanely cool. And
Yeah, Marshadow also got shafted. I guess it had a
Marshadow's
movie.
so
but-
good. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't expect Jirachi to be on.
We are just about done. Each one of these is going to take 2 minutes. So let's spend 1 minute looking at talking about each Pokemon.
Okay.
And so we'll have a hard cutoff for that if that's okay.
Okay.
So if you guys are ready, Sammy, welcome. Belgian Waffle, hell yeah. I'm actually also with
Are we
Dragamation.
gonna vote after the cutoff this time, or are we gonna?
No. Vote whenever you want, but we're just gonna spend a minute
Okay.
talking about each.
All right.
Zico says, I can't believe you didn't come up with the most professional exact bracketing algorithms for the super biased friend voted stream popularity tournament. I did. It's called
I'm
my.
just
I
saying
did. It's
that
called my brain.
It could have been less biased.
Zico's so correct. It
There's-
could have been less biased by far.
This
yeah.
well, other than me picking half of the Pokemon, it couldn't have been.
Yeah, other than that,
other than that, I literally made it as like even as possible, just in terms of like
could we
the
see how
characteristics.
many of your lists survive, Salazar?
Actually,
how many of Salazar's top 32 are still here?
all right, let me see. I'm gonna go from Group A on down. Actually, hold on. Let me pull up mine. You guys aren't gonna be able to see this very well, but I'll have it on stream here. Sandslash, Sharpedo, Skull. Did I have Scolipede? No. So Sandslash and Sharpedo. That's 2. Bulbasaur. That's 3. Ryan, Braixen, Samurott, Torterra, Cinderace, Raichu. Oh boy. Gardevoir. Jeez. Zoroark. Oof. Vaporeon. That's 4. Sylveon and Mimikyu. No. Milotic. That's 5. Tyranitar is 6. Garchomp is 7. Aggron is 8. Lugia and Rayquaza. Where's Lugia on this? Was Lugia not in my top 32? What the fuck? I'm stupid.
I feel like in some ways we fell victim to the lowest common denominator Pokemon, because like imagine if like I think
Oh, here it
Salazar
is.
put Metagross on here.
Yeah, I put Metagross.
Josh, you put Metagross
I
on
did.
here, right?
So like 10,
It's
10
like,
to
it's like
12.
imagine if Metagross wasn't on the list. Who would have replaced Metagross?
Everyone would have just put Metagross.
Kecleon.
Everyone would have put
Yeah, I
Metagross
guess
if
you're
I
right.
didn't include it, right? So like,
That's true.
I guess you're right. I didn't think about the fact that the 32 list was kind of a deterrent.
Yeah, well, we weren't allowed to put.
yeah, you
anything
weren't
in.
allowed to put ones that were already going to go in. Is the
Yeah.
thing. So like 12, I think 12 or 13, because a
Well,
lot of
you know what we should have done. You should have made the list of the Pokemon that we weren't allowed to put on our list,
that's what I did.
and then
His list was we were not allowed
right,
to.
but then you included all the ones that we couldn't put on our list.
Yeah.
What?
He couldn't because they were the
right.
ones that he put in
All
his
right,
list
never
were
mind.
automatically in the tournament.
Yeah.
we weren't
Never
allowed.
mind.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on with the group matchup. So Snorlax versus Munchlax
Munchlax.
versus Shuckle.
Oh my
Shuckle
God,
first.
This is already tough.
Shuckle first.
Which of my children do I shoot in the face?
Which of my
Shuckle
children do I
wouldn't
shoot in the face? Ben
Shuckle
says.
wouldn't feel it. Shuckle wouldn't feel it.
Shuckle's a boss.
Shuckle
Dorkly
wouldn't
Shuckle,
feel it.
have you guys seen the Dorkly videos with Shuckle? Shuckle's awesome. I gotta
Had
go.
anyone considered that you could probably shoot Shuckle and it'd just be fine?
Yeah. Has anyone considered the fact that Shuckle doesn't have an evolution because you can't improve upon perfection?
And
he would be so fun. if he got
I
shot.
know we're not really Shinies should only play a small. Shinies should only play a small small part. Oh my god,
But
I can't talk.
Bluckle.
But Bluckle, yeah, Bluckle,
Bluckle.
Yeah, Bluckle's great. Oh my god, this is actually difficult.
Right?
Like I don't.
Okay.
What is the answer?
I put Shuckle here.
I am
I think Shuckle's
Okay,
my way.
let's
I
talk.
think-
Let's talk about
I think in
Munchlax
my
real
mind-
quick.
I think I have to go Munchlax.
Let's-
I think I have to.
Let's
go
talk. Let's talk about
because
Munchlax
as
real
cool-
quick. Adam, go.
I have to go Munchlax because as cool as Shuckle is in the game, it's just not as useful as I want it to be. Like I think there's a grim reality that we need to look at, and that grim reality is
How did Dunsparce not make this tournament?
No one
grim
picked it.
reality is Shuckle.
So
That
sad.
grim reality is that Shuckle has a 20 HP. It is not going to take a hit as well as you think it is.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question.
And I think Munchlax, even Munchlax, I just feel like he's Munchlax. He's great. He's everyone's best friend. Munchlax. He eats the food. He takes the nap.
Munchlax is everyone's best friend, but I was gonna ask which is closer to Kung Fu Panda, Munchlax or Pancham, but
Definitely Munchlax.
but I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
Snorlax would be even closer. So
No, I think Munchlax would. Poe is eating more than he is sleeping.
oh yeah, you're right.
You
So
don't fuckle with Shuckle is the main thing here.
All right.
Yeah, you don't
You-
fuck
you
with
don't-
Shuckle, but you don't fuck Slax with the Munchlax.
you don't fuckle with the Shuckle, and Shuckle has proven its worth. Goodbye, Munchlax. Bam. All right. Houndoom versus Ninetales.
You already know my vote. You already know my vote.
So
I
Ben
can't
is
not deny
definitely all about Ninetales.
Ninetales is my favorite Pokemon, or Vulpix is my favorite Pokemon, and Ninetales is my close second. I love Houndoom. I cannot get over how much I love Houndoom, and I
Yeah,
cannot,
I can't-
cannot put
I-
over Ninetales.
I can't honestly say that I like Ninetales more than Houndoom for the same reason as Houndoom won last round. I feel like Ninetales is a good design, but Houndoom has a brilliant design.
Ninetales, I think, is far better in design. I love the
can't-
tails, the fluffiness of the tails. Ninetales is both badass and regal. Like Ninetales looks like it could just be your pet or your guard dog without any real issue.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Hound-
Does Houndoom having a cool Mega Evolution give it a leg up here?
I would say
No, I didn't even
because
think about that.
Ninetales has a
I don't
cool
even think its Mega Evolution's that cool.
Ninetales
You
has
don't?
a cool Alolan form, and its Alolan form is a lot cooler than Houndoom's Mega Evolution.
Ooh. Mischievous Jr., thank you for following.
But this isn't Alolan Ninetales. We counted Alolan entries as different on the.
I'm
the
aware.
list.
I'm just
This is
saying if
not
you're
Alolan
gonna
Ninetales.
if you're gonna bring up alternate forms, that if you're opening the door to Mega Evolution, then I think
I don't think we would. I don't think.
Josh was.
I feel like Mega Evolution
Oh.
is a different scenario.
What's up?
I feel like Mega Evolution's one Mega Evolution I think is worse than Alolan forms or alternate forms in general.
Houndoom is just a Doberman in a Halloween
Yeah,
costume
the
you want to
Halloween
pet.
costume.
There you go.
That's good. Ninetales is like it's got a cooler shiny. That silver with the blue tips on its tail, so great. It's got a cooler, I think, concept. The kitsune is so awesome, such an incredible part of like Japanese folklore. I think they bring it to life in such a beautiful way. It gets flamethrower.
Mm.
It gets extra sensory. It gets confused ray. It gives
Oh,
it
right at the last second, someone swoops in, and Ninetales is the victor. Ninetales.
God.
Oh no! You know what I just realized? You know what I
Wow.
just realized, Josh? I'm
What?
gonna have to vote between Ninetales and Shuckle next.
That was
Cruelty.
invigorating.
Zico, that was
Zico, that
beautiful.
was
Zico,
I
you,
can't believe it.
Zico, you mad woman. All right.
That was-
I feel like Zico is waiting to be convinced.
Zico was waiting so long for that.
All right. Next up, we have Sandslash versus Sharpedo.
Oh, that's also such a tough one.
Here's the thing. Sandslash.
Sandslash.
Okay, let me talk about Sandslash real quick. It rolls into a ball and has like that sort of pangolin / armadillo kind of deal. Pangolin.
Penguin.
Yeah, and like I love its design so much. It's like it shouldn't be as cool as it is. Like you would think they couldn't make something that cool, but then they did.
I think like, oh well, Sharpedo's such a cool water type that I'd love to use, but I'm like, oh, but there's so many cooler water types I'd love to have. there are so few ground types I'd put on my team ahead of a Sandslash. Like maybe
Yeah.
a Mamoswine, but like other than that, a Mamoswine or like the Nidos maybe. But Sandslash is just so good. And so it's like still adorable too, despite being covered in spikes and claws. It's still
It is
I don't
so
give a shit
cute.
about either of these.
I like Sharpedo, but wow, yeah, this is kind of an
Batting
easy one.
category? Do you want to go into the Pokemon category?
Am I not in the Pokemon cat? Like,
You're in just chatting right now.
there's not a category called Pokemon, is there?
What are you
Yeah, but
talking
I know. But can we just finesse our way into Sword and Shield?
No. This is technically a just chatting stream. There's no game here.
Kamito, if you're asking about like votes that you missed, we're on the second round already. This is the third vote of the top 32.
Yes, and you
You
can
can find the updated bracket somewhere.
Yes, I just posted in chat. Well, I will technically let the time run out, but it looks like Sandslash is the big winner here.
Yeah, not surprising.
I have honestly nothing good to say about either of these. I don't care about Sandslash. I just don't.
Damn.
Sandslash has Slash, which is like Snap moves, you know? Same name as bait. Same name attack bonus. I got a text. No,
Tommy, get out of here. You're not a co-host.
Tommy, leave. We're doing something. We planned this.
Sorry, yeah, no.
Okay, bye.
Tommy, we love you. We love you.
Hop on the
You
Twitch.
can watch and vote. Tommy, you can watch and vote.
Adam, text Tommy so he knows. Also, sorry, I just need to make sure that the that didn't screw up the it did. Cool. 1 second.
Screwed up what?
It screwed up the 1 sec. Here we go.
I told him to watch on Twitch, and that was a mistake. I meant to say Twitch.
If I screwed up the co-host button, let me know. Otherwise, Princess Napped, welcome.
What co-host button?
A panel overlay thing.
Oh,
it's
no,
it's showing you. Okay, as long as it's normal. Princess, we are. Oh God, I need to move on to the next one. Princess, we are discussing and going on. So I don't have captions for my friends who are co-hosting, unfortunately, but I will try to convey the information to you.
Do our words not get brought up in your thing?
Your words do not get translated. No.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why, like, the quiet things at JDS was.
Yeah. All right. What's up next?
We have Quagsire versus Scolipede.
Pick up. Quagsire. Ooh.
Quagsire versus Scolipede. That is tough.
Let's talk about Quagsire. Quagsire is cute. It is lovely. It is a great water type. It is resistant to electric.
I think Quagsire. I think Quagsire's consistency is its downfall in this time around. I think it's almost too reliable. There's nothing interesting about it. Whereas Scolipede, it's got speed boost or whatever it's called. It's a big bug. Like everything new that Scolipede brings to the table is better than everything great Quagsire.
Kamito, Raichu is still in it. Beat Luxray in round 1. We haven't gotten to it this round yet. Yeah, Adam, though I agree with I love Quagsire because it's big and it hits like a truck and it's adorable and cuddly, but it's also like Scolipede just has a little bit more personality to it, a little bit more like cool factor with it. It's got an incredible evolutionary line. 1 to 3 looks just so good.
Scolipede stats. Let me see.
I don't know. I think it's just a little bit more exciting as a Pokemon. Hey, Tommy's in the chat.
Yeah, it's got attack, speed, defense. It's like this is like a perfect Pokemon. Damn.
It's a really good, especially as like a bug poison.
Speed boost isn't even its hidden ability.
Isn't it its main ability?
Speed boost is its main ability.
It's one of the two main abilities.
What is its hidden ability?
Swarm.
Swarm.
Oh, that's not even.
I literally don't know anything about hidden abilities, so it has to be like really on the nose if you guys are gonna bring it up. So just please note that. And it looks like Scolipede destroys Quagsire. Pour one out for our boy.
I want to play a Gen 5 game just so I can have
Scolipede. All right, This one's gonna break my heart. Volcarona versus Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. Not
Volcarona.
even-
Volcarona. Fuck you,
I don't
Volcarona.
understand the hype with I still don't know how Volcarona beat Crobat last time. I don't know how it beats Bulbasaur.
I don't either.
Really?
Bulbasaur-
I thought you guys really loved Volcarona. At least
I
the
never
chat
did.
did.
I'm tempted. I'm always conflicted when it's like a classic old Pokemon versus the new hotness, because I never want to
Right,
vote
classic
for the new
versus new.
hotness just because it's the new hotness.
I would never.
But I
consider-
love
never
Volcarona
consider
so
Volcarona
much.
the
I have a personal attachment to Volcarona. It's powerful.
Adam, can
it's
you describe your
huggable,
personal
it's-
attachment to Volcarona a little bit more?
It's at the hip.
I literally fuck a Volcarona flesh puppet every night.
All right, hold
no.
on. This
It's-
stream
it's-
stream
it's-
has to go on YouTube, Adam.
FW.
It's yeah, sorry. It's
Look.
no, I just think no, I just needed a Pokemon to round out my team in a competitive team once, and I used Volcarona, and it like
Competitive
it
viability.
just like carries everything. And it's
Look.
so I just think it has a unique design that like exudes power and grace. It's got style, it's got grace, it's got a funky
I agree.
face.
Volcarona's design is really, really good. And again, I said
Don't
a
agree.
bug that can fire magma from its mouth, very, very good. Bulbasaur is good though.
Centiskorch is so much cooler.
Centiskorch is
like-
cooler.
You can't
Fair.
It is not. No, Centiskorch is not cooler. than
So
Okay,
much-
Volcarona.
Adam
I like
disagrees with
Centiskorch,
that.
It's
So
not
much
cooler.
cooler.
than
Look,
Volcarona.
here's my thing. Bulbasaur is like, look, Bulbasaur is. I don't love Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my least favorite of the Gen 1 starters.
How dare you say that Bulbasaur is your least favorite?
Squirt. Actually, Charmander
Is your
my
least
He's my
favorite of
middle
the
one.
Gen
Squirtle
1s?
is my favorite Gen 1 starter. That's my main thing. Is I love Squirtle.
Ah, you
better.
love Squirtle. Okay.
You
love
Volcarona
Squirtle.
is at best forgettable and at worst just bland. JD breaks all ties, Kamito.
Yep.
Um,
I am the
Okay,
I
tiebreaker.
don't know if anyone's played. I don't know if anyone knows anything about new Pokemon Snap, but Volcarona is one of like the cool new glowy Pokemon that they added.
Oh.
Like it's
yeah,
not.
I saw that.
They're
Alright.
definitely Game Freak is not gonna let you forget about Volcarona.
The Pokemon Snap thing is interesting, but I also don't know anything about Pokemon Snap. So,
I don't-
Bulbasaur pulls it out. So let's move on to Brion versus Braixen.
Brion versus whoever's against Brion. I vote whoever's against Brion.
Yeah, Brion.
All right,
still
there
versus
is there is
Braixen?
Brion hate
Oh,
in this
easy mode.
co-host.
Braixen
Easy.
is like-
Not even. I don't even have to think
Wasn't
about it.
Braixen-
Braixen is brilliant.
Like, there's very few Pokemon I think I'd put Brion
Ooh.
for, but Braixen is just way cooler. Brion is still I can't go over enough how forgettable Brion is and how disappointing it is as a middle stage.
Wow.
Braixen is just neither of those things.
Wow, Ben is really putting the hammer down on Brion. But I will admit, Braixen is a very good Pokemon. I do think that Delphox doesn't get enough love, but I can see why Braixen has the magical girl appeal. And it seems like that's shining through in the chat.
Braixen just got a so much cooler design. And
I love how when Braixen has the stick in its tail, it looks like a broom.
yeah,
No, the stick in the tail for Braixen, the stick in the tail really helps lend a lot of uniqueness to like people's original characters that are Braixens, because you can replace that with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Braixen is taking this one pretty
even
handily.
I don't even necessarily think Braixen is that like awesome in terms of starter Pokemon. I just think it's cool, and it's a lot cooler than Brion.
I think out of the 9 total starter Pokemon in Generation 6, Braixen is the best out of the 9.
Oh, I would still say Frogadier.
All right, well, we've got 18 seconds left. I don't, again, have a really big input on this. Zico, I think that you have branded Brion to some votes here that otherwise it maybe would not have gotten. And I think that that is a win in and of itself. But it,
Zico,
I am surprised Brion got to second.
Zico, I do hate to do this to you because of how helpful you were
Yeah,
during the
Zico, this
time
is not an insult
Right.
against your Sona or your favorite Pokemon. I just don't like it.
Zico, you know I love you. It's just Brion in general is not it doesn't do it for me. and for all those reasons, that's why I'm out.
All right. Well, we've got a battle of the third evolution starters next. Samurott versus Torterra.
Oh, Torterra. I can't. No non-Gen 4 starter will ever beat a Gen 4 starter to me.
Did
even
Torterra
though-
beat? Did Torterra beat Infernape?
Torterra did
Uh,
beat Infernape, yes.
Ooh,
Like that still upsets me, but I still like Torterra is still better than. I mean, Torterra is still
This
Torterra.
is-
It's still fucking
this
awesome.
is difficult. This is difficult.
Um,
I might have to go with Torterra.
I think Samurot's pretty cool, but I think Samurott wouldn't be as I don't think I'd think Samurott was as cool if the other two if it was in a region with two other good starters. But comparing it, it's like we're comparing it to Superior and Embor, so it's of course going to be considered more highly as a result of that.
So here's what let me put my opinion here. I think that Samurott would win if it wasn't like if it didn't look so spread out with the way that its legs are, because it kind of feels like a Swampert 2.0. And if it was like more like not streamlined, but if it looked like its whole body was meant for like piercing, then I would be like, holy shit, that's awesome. It kind of looks like a narwhal on land, which is cool, but I don't know if it's enough for it to beat Torterra in my eyes.
I also just feel like I don't understand why Samurott is on 4 legs. It didn't need to be, and I feel like making it that way hurt its design. Like Samurott's still really cool. I just also think Torterra's not Incineroar. Infernape. Torterra's not Infernape, but it's probably the second best starter out there, maybe at least in the top 3 final evolution starters, because I think for Alligator it's pretty awesome.
I think a big thing that makes me like Torterra more than
wrap it up
Samurott is that there's so many people who just don't know about the Samurott swords. Like Samurott, you kind of have to like look at it a little bit longer or like use it to figure out why you like it, but it's not immediately present. Like what makes it cool? It's too muted of a design. Whereas Torterra, it's like the concept is upfront and it's brilliant.
So Adam is bringing up the lack of subtlety in Torterra's design. You know exactly what it is representing, and that does make it very strong. So
it's hard not to like turtles.
It is hard not to like turtles. Next up, we have 2 third evolutions, Cinderace and Raichu.
Oh, Raichu, so much. I mean, I've been over. Like, I think Cinderace is the weakest of the Galar starters. I think it's cool-ish, but overall not that great.
What's the water starter for Galar?
Inteleon.
Inteleon? In my eyes, it's Decidueye, Cinderace,
Decidueye's Gen
Inteleon.
7. Decidueye's not Gen 8. It's Rillaboom.
It's a Rillaboom.
Oh, Cinderace is better than Rillaboom.
I like Rillaboom
Cinderace.
Rillaboom is the best of the Gen 8 final evolutions, I think. But it's like Raichu is just really cool. It's one of those things where you don't really know. I don't know why I like Raichu so much. Part of it's probably just because I think Pikachu is bland and Raichu improves upon it. But it's just so awesome. I keep going back to that episode from the anime with Surge and his Raichu, and how like just awesome they were.
Test.
Like an actually good character building episode of the anime.
I think Cinderace is better than Cinderace.
Cinderace is also like, I think that he's a rabbit who plays soccer. I don't know. I was really disappointed by Cinderace's reveal. And even having played True Sword with a Cinderace, my opinion has not changed.
Yeah. I think Cinderace did anyone know that Cinderace has Protean? It has Libero, which it literally can change its type. That is like the fact that it can look so lame and have such a cool ability and people still think it's lame. It's just lame. It's lame. It sucks.
Also, like Raichu just doesn't. I cannot stress enough. If you're ever playing a game with a Pikachu, get a Raichu. Never keep the Pikachu. Unless you're forced to, in which case dump it and catch something else to replace.
I do think there is a reason that that Pikachu is not on here and Raichu is, and it is that Raichu is just Raichu is definitely better.
I think Pichu's better than Raichu, but whatever.
In Pokemon Go, I collect instead of Pikachus with hats, I only collect Raichus with hats, and I dump any Pikachu with a hat that can't evolve.
It's weird
Yeah.
that they can't evolve.
Sorry, I'm needing to do a lot of word replacements here. That's why I'm so quiet. But yeah, Raichu seems to have pulled ahead. A little less certainty here than
You can see a
before.
lot of these are getting closer.
Yeah, these are getting closer. So I am definitely excited. Thank you, Princess, for the encouragement. Let's complete that. And let's move on to a pair of pretty popular Pokemon. Gardevoir versus Zoroark.
I'm still gonna have to go with Zoroark here. I just think the gimmick of Zoroark is so much fun. It's so cool. It does like I'm a Gallade fan more than Gardevoir, even though Gardevoir is just 100% better. like in terms of which one you use, Fairy beats fighting. It's a better typing.
Right.
But Gallade I think is a cooler design, especially in Megas. Zoroark is just so much more like there's so much fun and whimsy to Zoroark. That's like a little you don't really get a ton of opportunities to do that in Pokemon, but like you get to play like jokes with Zoroark basically.
You know, I'm really
fun.
I'm really surprised that there's not more Gardevoir love, because I feel like it's like a really classic, very powerful Pokemon, very classy. It's got that dress kind of look that I feel like people would really love. But Zoroark is also really good. Zoroark is also really good, and it's got that disguise motif.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think there's a difference between good Pokemon and fun Pokemon. One of the reasons why I don't like any of the evolutions is because they're all good Pokemon. There's no like you just put them on your team and they perform. That's it. It's like Gardevoir is a good Pokemon. You put it on your team, they'll perform. Zoroark is a fun Pokemon. It lets you play with it. It lets you like do the game differently than you would normally.
Have you ever done that? There's a great thing you can do where if you set it up so Zoroark, because it'll always appear like the Pokemon at the back of your party. Set a Ditto at the back of your party,
right,
and then run into a Ditto, and the AI gets so confused, and it's hilarious.
Wait, what happens if it tries to copy a Ditto? If the Zoroark
it fails. It just like the Ditto gets confused, and it's hilarious.
Wait, the Ditto gets the confused
not
Ditto
the
gets
confused condition, but like the AI gets confused.
So the Zoroark doesn't transform if a Ditto is in the back of your party?
The Zoroark shows up as a Ditto, and the wild Ditto has the imposter ability, which means it'll automatically
No, the Ditto can't transform into anything.
Yeah.
I'm confused about what you guys are trying to say here, but it sounds really weird.
Zoroark's ability is that it will, when you throw it out, before it takes damage, it will appear as whatever Pokemon is in the back of your party.
Oh.
A Ditto's ability, Imposter, means that when you run into a Ditto, it'll automatically transform into what it's facing.
Imposter?
So if you go up to a wild Ditto, and you send out your Zoroark, and your Zoroark looks like a Ditto, the wild Ditto gets super confused, and it's funny as hell.
What does the wild Ditto do?
It's just like Ditto. It tries to use Imposter and it fails, and then it tries to use Imposter and it fails, and it doesn't know what to do because it can only use Transform.
Oh, so it just doesn't. It's not able to do any combat stuff.
The AI doesn't know how to react.
Oh, nice. Also, JD, I'm sorry if I make your co-hosts feel left out, as I can only really hear you. That's okay. I think these guys love to talk, and they love to hear the sound of their own voice, so it's fine.
I've been reading all of Princess Snap's comments.
I'm just bagging on you guys. Zoroark wins by a landslide.
I think Princess Snap can't hear us, Ben, because I think
know they can't, but
they might be reading text.
I just want them to know that I'm paying attention. That's all. I know they can't hear me, but I'm reading everything they're saying.
Princess Snapped, Ben says that he is reading everything that you are saying, so he can see you. Right now we've got Vaporeon versus Absol. My favorite evolution versus a very, very solid Pokemon with great lore.
One of my favorite, not my favorite evolution, but definitely towards the top. But I gave my vote to Absol just because once again, Absol's got great lore. It's got an insanely good, like as cool as Vaporeon's design is, and we've well established how cool Vaporeon's design
Vaporeon's design is awesome.
Absol's is just better.
Vaporeon.
Absol has just this sleekness and this coolness, and it's just so hard for me not to love Absol's design more than Vaporeon.
So I know I already like walked in. I gave like this huge, insane praise to Absol like a second ago. So it's gonna sound weird what I say here, but I think we have a difference between a design, Absol's design, which I feel like is just the theme is that from an out like just like looking at it from an outward perspective, the theme is that it's just kind of edgy. And then we have Vaporeon's design, which I would say is damn near perfect. Like it is just it like merges
Well,
the not reptilian, but like the fish with the
right,
mammal so
right.
cool. And I
No,
just
I think that Absol, like maybe its design even makes it better because it plays into the people think it's bad but it's good. But Vaporeon, I love it so much. I agree with you that it's almost perfect. Everything about it is just like so solid. It just doesn't have any weaknesses. In
yeah,
terms of
like
design.
like Absol has a great amount of stuff under the surface, like with like you said, with the cool like
Lore
story
and whatnot.
behind it. But just like if you're just looking at the two of them, one of them looks cooler than the other, and I think it's Vaporeon.
But like Absol, I think Absol's design is a bit sleeker and more nice. I like the simplicity. Absol's also just remarkably fluffy. Like you could like it's really fluffy and that's just adorable.
You never pet an Absol.
I would pet an Absol.
I would pet an Absol
Well, I
too.
said you have never.
Don't tell me what
I
don't
would pet an
explain my
Absol.
own life experiences to me.
Okay, well, unfortunately for me, Vaporeon did not make it. But congratulations to Absol for
That one was
making it
tough.
through.
That one was tough.
All right, this one I'm going to let it go while you guys duke it out, so that I can take my dogs outside. But Sylveon versus Mimikyu. Go.
It's Mimikyu.
Good luck.
It's Mimikyu. Like I hate that the last time Mimikyu won was just because I said it's Mimikyu, but it's the same thing again in that it's just Mimikyu.
I don't know for sure here. I really love. I've never actually used either, but I really like both. I don't think Mimikyu is gonna win this, regardless of what we vote. Just based on this crowd. But I think I'm actually gonna throw my hat in for Sylveon.
I just think it's weird that they catered to like oh, we know that you're just tired of Pichu, so we're gonna do not we know that you're tired of Pikachu, so we're gonna do a Pokemon that doesn't like Pikachu. And I think that's really cool.
Mimikyu does like Pikachu. Mimikyu is trying to look like Pikachu.
No,
because
it's
he doesn't
jealous.
like
It
Pikachu.
has like a hatred. It's jealous.
I don't know. I think Sylveon. Sylveon's cool. It's nice to have an evolution that I feel like is both a good design and something I'd want to have on my team.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa, Sylveon's destroying.
I don't think Sylveon's going to lose many battles in this group.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that is fair. Trans pride is a definitely a big theme here. I do love Mimikyu. If we're gonna,
so cute.
Yeah,
it's just so cute.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk about just like its design, like Ben, you pointed out earlier, the fact like the whole fake Pikachu ghost with like it's just really good. I'm gonna take another second to catch my breath from running upstairs, but
I voted for Sylveon on this one actually, Jada.
Really? You voted for Sylveon?
I voted for it because like the more I've learned about Sylveon tonight, the more I realize that like it's an actual evolution that I would want on my team, and any evolution that can make me think that is worth winning out. I don't know. I think Mimikyu is a really good gimmick, but I hate fighting them because of disguise.
Okay, well, it looks like Sylveon is gonna be our winner. Nice job, everyone. Princess Napped suggested putting a semi-opaque background behind the chat. Do you guys want to do that or no? Should I change that? Because I can do that really quickly while the poll goes, or I can simply continue. So chat.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm reading the chat in Twitch.
I'm looking at the chat in Twitch also.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, do it if you can do it easily.
All right, yeah, I can do it easily. So, next up, we've got Milotic versus Tyranitar, two very powerful and majestic Pokemon. Start arguing.
I think I mentioned before that Milotic's a Pokemon that I really want to use. And Tyranitar isn't, so I'm gonna vote Milotic.
Honestly, like my thing is like I've never used either. I'd want to use both, but Tyranitar would get his ass kicked by Milotic. I'm gonna vote Milotic also because it's so beautiful. But like Tyranitar is like it's such a great design, but it's also just so many weaknesses. Um, including
I mean, it's not a
fighting-
bad Pokemon though. Like that's never stopped it
not,
from
'cause it's-
performing in like
because its
in
stats are
context.
insane, and you're not gonna throw it in against a fighting type, you know. But I don't know. I just feel like Milotic is one of those things. Like I've never used either, and I'd want to use one at some point. I feel like I'd rather get a Milotic before I get a Tyranitar. I don't know.
You used a
They're both really-
Tyranitar and it was good.
They're both cool. Like Tyranitar looks like he's really trying to be tough, but you can just tell he's a bit of a teddy bear. Which I think is just a fun vibe to him. Like I feel like Tyranitar would love to just I don't know. I feel like
I almost
Tyranitar-
dislike the teddy bear. I think the teddy bear vibe ruins it. I think like when it's got like a derpy vibe and it's kind of trying to be cooler, I think it needs to have something to back up the coolness, and I think it just has
I
stuff
think
to back up the
Tyranitar
teddy bear.
has a ton to back up its coolness, but I don't know.
All right, how's that? I've created a color source behind the chat.
Not bad.
Thank you. Wow, no one's going for Tyranitar like as like a well, I keep attributing Aggron's Destroyer of Mountains kind of thing, but man, I do love me some Tyranitar. I will point out that I was very jealous of Milotic as a grass main. So I do think it's a really powerful Pokemon, but all right, it looks like Milotic pulls through.
Grassmane is not something you hear very often, I feel like.
I am a grass starter main. I am faithful.
I just feel like there are so many gens where that's just
every gen.
Actually, no.
Every gen. I only beat Silver, or not Silver, Sapphire with Swampert after I beat it with Sceptile.
Honestly, I feel like that's not. I mean, like Gen 5 and Gen 6, I feel like that's not a good choice in terms of design. But every other gen, the grass starters are pretty good. Superior is so boring. What's this one? Aggron versus Garchomp.
Aggron versus Garchomp. Guys, vote for Aggron. Aggron's cool.
I gotta go Aggron so hard here. Like Garchomp's awesome and it's aggressive and it's scary as hell. And Cynthia's Garchomp is something I still have nightmares about. But Aggron is just so damn cool. And the fact that it's as cool as it is without having to be a dragon type makes it cooler.
I think I have to go Garchomp. I think, what I said last time about like just needing like a coolness to back up the teddy bearness, which are obviously Garchomp doesn't have a teddy bearness, but I just think it's just cool. It's cool all the way through.
I don't know, man. I one-shot Cynthia's Garchomp the last time I faced her.
Yeah, because its typing isn't like the best.
That lowered my respect. Yeah, that lowered my respect for it a bit.
You said you just had nightmares about Cynthia's.
I still do have nightmares for it, but in my nightmares, I one-shot it. The nightmares that I'm.
Sorry, I started dying there.
The nightmares that I'm upsetting Cynthia and that she's mad at me afterwards.
I do feel like if I can make a criticism of Garchomp, it feels like something that was designed to be like, this is like the coolest, most genetically engineered to be perfect dragon type that's like just like a kaiju but small or something. And I've just felt like it was trying a little too hard.
Is it so wrong to want perfection?
Aggron has that look like it walks around and it.
Aggron has big dick energy. Aggron has big dick energy.
Like everyone who looks at this Aggron knows that Aggron will kick its ass, but Aggron doesn't look like he's like. Aggron doesn't look like he has anything to prove. Aggron looks like he's out there just living his Aggron life, knowing that he's gonna kick anyone's ass if he has to.
Fair.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair judgment. But at the end of the day, I would feel more comfortable with a Garchomp.
If an Aggron was trying to attack me, I would be terrified because I know that it has something to prove. But also, if a Garchomp were to attack an Aggron, like the Aggron would know that the Garchomp deep down is afraid. And the Aggron is not.
The Garchomp
knows earthquake. Fuck you. Garchomp knows earthquake.
I'm just saying, just in like a fist fight, in a fist fight between Pokemon.
Garchomp doesn't have fists. That's a low blow.
Okay. Aggron
All
wins
right,
this
fine,
one.
but who would win in a race?
Yeah,
The
that's
one
fair.
that can fly.
Yeah.
Real quick, just to make sure, I have this right. We had Absol winning Absol versus Vaporeon.
Yeah.
Sylveon winning Sylveon versus
Yes.
Mimikyu. Milotic winning Milotic versus Tyranitar.
I believe so.
Yes. Okay. Princess, I am absolutely enjoying this. This is awesome. And Zico, thanks for the spot with the quote from Ben. You are awesome. Zico pointed out one of your quotes to Princess.
That quote was me.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
All right. Next up, Lugia versus Rayquaza.
Oh.
This one is gonna be. This is fun. I love Lugia, but Rayquaza is so iconic.
Rayquaza's
So
so
here's
cool, but I gotta go Lugia.
I gotta go
Really?
Rayquaza. Here's the thing. Remember how I said that like Lugia was in mystery for me as like a child?
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of this inaccessible Pokemon. Well, Rayquaza was the game that I actually had. So
Right.
I actually have a connection to Rayquaza.
You have a connection to Rayquaza.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
win. I'm not gonna win this, but I am gonna vote for Rayquaza.
It's the question of like is the cool factor of Lugia better than like the unstoppable unique like perfection of Rayquaza's moveset and shiny and
I think it's right back to that conversation we just had where like Lugia might have the biggest stick energy of any Pokemon in the game.
I feel like an
Yeah,
Aggron,
like-
I don't know. I feel like Aggron has
Aggron's
similar
dick is made
one.
of steel, which is impressive.
Lugia's dick is made of air. You cannot beat it.
No,
Lugia has Pokemon Movie 2000, and that alone is why it beats Rayquaza.
I feel
Yeah.
like Lugia is a little more arrogant.
Apparently,
then-
also, Lugia, I don't know what Lugia has to do with the furry culture, but I'd be curious to find out.
Lugia is
Yeah,
probably
I wouldn't be surprised if
really big in
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised based on like the heavy bottom shape that it's probably just a lot of Rule 34.
Lugia is a pear-shaped bird with hands.
Lugia thick,
Lugia thick though.
Lugia thick with 7 C's.
I feel like Rayquaza is a bit too aloof. It's not as approachable.Maybe that's it. Maybe Lugia is more approachable, and people are
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I would love to hang out with Lugia."
There's definitely
got Pokemon
the kindly dragon is definitely a beloved archetype, and it's kind of more welcome than the fuck you, I'm a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lugia with the win. Pretty impressed, but all right. This one's please. Oh, I'm so scared because I know how this is gonna turn out. But I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. All right, next up we've got Dialga versus Kyogre. Thank you guys for taking Kyogre as far as we did, but
Dialga's so
I know.
good. It's
I
just-
know,
it's
it's
the
not gonna-
dragon of time.
if you guys love me, you'll vote for Kyogre.
I mean, I don't know. Your chat seems to like Kyogre quite a bit. Adam and I were really big into Dialga.
Kyogre
I always-
and Luxray are
I
my
always
favorite
had a
Pokemon.
problem. Oh wow, Kyogre. I always had a problem with the legendaries in Hoenn because they just felt so like whatever. Like Mewtwo is its own thing. It's got its own thing going on. Ho-Oh and Lugia, they're like they're transcribed in legend as just being like these inaccessible, obscure birds. Then you have the Hoenn guys who are just like this water monster controls the water, and this land monster controls the land. And then you're back to like these eclectic ideas of time and space, and it just it exudes more epicness.
Well, I feel like Hoenn is more approachable for that
I think
reason
Hoenn
because
is so much less
Kyogre is like, yeah, it's this like creature, but like you can
So much
go
less.
to it. You can like in the game you can dive, you can surf. Like there's reasons where you can get to Kyogre and like face off with it, and it feels like this immortal deity of time, would be like, how do you realistically get to that from planet Earth or whatever
they
planet
call it,
Pokemon is on?
Dialga's just so insanely good.
I
Like,
mean,
it's
Dialga is good.
it-
Dialga is extremely good.
Dialga looks so much better than Kyogre. That's my big thing. Is its design is a lot. It's got that fucking plume on its back. The Xenomorph.
I think
head.
It does look like
I
Forerunner
think one of the
architecture
big
from Halo, which is really cool.
Tell me, I'm curious. I'm looking in the chat.
I think
I'm
one of
curious
my
to see who you vote for here.
I think one of my issues with that, I think that issue that I have with the land Pokemon controls the land and the water Pokemon controls the water. I think my issue stemmed from the fact that the designs are so busy that they feel like they should be so much more, but they're not. It's always underwhelming.
Yes, it's a
feels like
tie. It's a tie, which means I get Kyogre to win.
So bad. I think the problem is like Kyogre always feel lame to me.
Can I get a
because
PogChamp in chat for the
how did
Kyogre?
How is that
You
an
guys
ancient
are all, like, I
rivalry?
keep
Kyogre
cutting
should
out.
have been able to. Kyogre should have finished Groudon off generations ago, and the fact that Kyogre was being matched by a Pokemon who is like just objectively weak to it always made Kyogre seem super pathetic to me.
Here's the thing, Ben. When you have a Pokemon that can make land and his goal is to make more land, and a Pokemon who can make sea and his goal is to make more sea, who wins?
The Pokemon who makes more sea. You know what's under the sea? Land, because sea can cover land.
Land on top of the sea.
But yeah, you can actually. There's more magma in the world than there is water. But at some point, you go so you could create so much land you would go into space or a place with no atmosphere, and then Groudon dies. Sorry. So I really do think it is fair for them to be locked in eternal battle.
I don't. I feel like Kyogre shouldn't. I feel like Kyogre's a bitch for not having more
Kyogre wins, and I'm so happy. You guys are awesome.
All of your other favorites have been kicked.
All of my other favorites have been destroyed immediately.
You deserve one win.
All of my favorites were destroyed immediately, so thank you. All right, on to the last round of 32. Mewtwo versus Yveltal. Or Yveltal.
I'm all for
as
Yveltal here.
Adam says.
So there's something that Ben said last time that turned me, that kind of like got me over the hill of liking Yveltal, and that's the fact that it's the Pokemon of death, which is metal as fuck.
Oh,
For that thing to be the Pokemon of death, it looks so fucking cool.
I didn't actually know that Yveltal was the Pokemon of death.
There's a single line in Pokemon X in Pokemon Y that's just like, yeah,
Yveltal.
This Pokemon flapped its wings and 1,000 people died.
Yo, that is an
like,
awesome
shit,
Dex entry.
Metal. Also, the shiny
Dex entry.
So fucking beautiful. No, not Dex entry.
However,
it's in.
Oh, that's
the
in the
game.
game. That's lore.
It's said by someone.
Wow.
However, I hate this fact. I hate this fact so much.
What do you hate?
But there's something about Mewtwo, and I don't know what it is, that I just keep coming back to.
You keep coming back to Mewtwo?
Constantly impressing me. It's constantly impressing me.
Well, it is one of the most powerful Pokemon, right? Just in terms of like statistics and stuff.
Just in terms of stats, it's still pretty high up there.
It's like and I hate the fact that it's the Generation Love 1 legendary that everyone loves, and I love it too, but there's something about Mewtwo that is so tight and like perfect, and it doesn't need to speak louder. It doesn't need the concept of death to like exude its power.
It doesn't need the concept of death to exude its power.
I feel like I like the idea.
That's a good
Mewtwo a lot
quote.
more than Mewtwo itself. Like I love the idea of like it's a clone, and it's where like Dittos were created because they tried to make Mewtwo and failed.
But here's the thing: it looks like a clone. You see like the biological nature of it, and you want to know what that's about. Yveltal, if you didn't know about the death thing, you would probably just think Yveltal's like a weird bird.
Yveltal looks so badass. Yveltal looks so cool. Its shiny is so insane. Yveltal is just.
I am very surprised that Mewtwo won by a landslide against Deoxys, but Yveltal is really carrying here. So, you guys are really exercising your voice. That's awesome.
I think the problem was that Mewtwo and Deoxys were trying to do the same thing, and one of them did it better. But now we have two different concepts.
Here's one thing that a small gripe that I'm going to say. I feel like Mewtwo steals the thunder from Mew. Yeah. M-E-W, who is, I think, in my eyes, way cooler.
I agree, but I think you're gonna be hard pressed to get like mythical Pokemon are always gonna get the shaft.
Why do mythical Pokemon get the shaft so much?
Because
I think Mew is a Pokemon.
and they usually get maybe a movie appearance and then like a Toys R Us event that you can claim them in. And outside of that, most people have never interacted with them.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I think Mew speaks to an issue which does not affect this vote at all. Mew speaks to an issue that I have, which is that Kanto Pokemon did not survive the jump to 3D. They almost all look terrible in 3D, and I think
Oh, I don't agree with that.
dude, look at Primeape. Look at Mew. Look at
Primeape-
fucking I don't know.
First of all, Mew looks great in 3D.
No, it doesn't. Its tail is so much longer in all the sprite art. It has like the emerald sprite. It has it like falling asleep. It looks awesome.
Its tail
but like
looks
in this one, the tail is longer. Is what I meant. I'm not. I don't like it.
All right, I have posted the update, which you can find with ! update, and I am going to very quickly set up the next matches really quickly.
Everyone in the chat, hit me with your favorite fossil Pokemon. I'm curious.
Favorite?
Everyone in the chat, hit me with a fossil Pokemon while we're waiting.
I love the Gen 8. I love the Gen 8 fossils. I can't. I hate the fact that I love the Gen 8 fossils, but I love the Gen 8 fossils.
I am like I don't know. I'm always such a huge Gen 4 stan. Like Gen 4 is my favorite, but I think and like Cranidos is so cute. Like Cranidos looks like he's just like he's going out there and he's trying his best. I don't know. I think I've been like really like I feel like Armaldo has really been rising up in my opinion. Like I used to really not give two shits about Armaldo, and Armaldo's just been kind of rising there. I don't know. The Gen 8 ones I feel like are cool. I love that the Gen 8 ones aren't rock types so much. I love that like for the first time it's like, yeah, we can make a fossil and we can actually bring it back as it was, and it's not.
I never thought about the fact that they've all been rock types up until now.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like
I mean, it makes
you're
sense.
restoring them from their fossils. They were rocks as fossils, but you're restoring them, so they're not rocks anymore.
Oh
So
yeah,
why
that
do they
is
all
true.
Why are they all still rock types? Kabuto should be a bug water type, I think. I don't know. Some of them it makes more sense than others. Like Caracosta has a shell and Omastar has a shell, and I'm like, all right, that can be like rock, I guess. That's fine. But like, I don't know. I don't think they all needed to be. I also think what's it? The ice rock one from Gen 6. Aurorus. Aurorus is so cool.
So in just a minute here, I will be done setting these up. I'm already halfway done.
I feel like Aurorus does. I feel like all the Pokemon, all the or at least most of the fossil Pokemon kind of looked like they were good at something, and then Aurorus comes along and it just kind of stands there. Like even Caracosta looks like it can swim, and Aerodactyl, or I can't remember. It's not Aerodactyl. It's the other one, the other flying one.
Archaeops?
Archeops. It looks like it could like fly or something, but like the Amoris or Aurorus just looks like what does it do?
It eats tall leaves and it walks.
I guess.
It has a long neck.
That is true. It does do those
You're
things. All right. Point retracted. Point retracted. I retract my statement.
I don't know. Arcanine's always gonna look like a tiger to me. It's a giant orange thing with a mane and black stripes. Like I straight up thought it was a cat for over a decade. I still have trouble accepting it as a dog.
I love Archeops. I wish it was good at all.
Yeah, Archeops is insane.
Maybe
Archeops
okay, maybe in a
playthrough. It's got the worst ability of all time.
I was gonna say maybe in a playthrough, but not in not competitively.
I'm not, and like look, Nick Clarkson, I'm not saying that Arcanine's design is bad. I'm just saying I think it like they're like we're gonna make a big dog Pokemon, so we're gonna design it to look like a jungle cat, and that's just.
I agree with Nick. We have a couple of big dog haters here in the co-host.
I love big dogs. Do not. No. Houndoom and Ninetales are two of my favorite Pokemon.
Alright, Arcanine is fluffy and therefore better than any of those.
Arcanine
Hey
is
man,
a
I brought
very large
Houndoom in.
cat.
I brought Houndoom.
Thank
into
you,
the last
Princess.
Arcanine is
Thank
a
you.
very large cat.
Arcanine
I think I've been
looks so
consistent.
good.
I don't think my side has won a single one of these votes since like the first round.
All right. Well, are you guys ready to move on to the round of 16? I accidentally called it the quarterfinals in the tweet. I'm sorry. So sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry about Web Captioner. Sometimes it does this. It captioned enthusiasm as something else.
Gross.
Yeah, Adam, Ben, are you ready? We have 3 minutes to debate this. And
Wait, it's too long, man. It's too long.
Yeah, 3 minutes feels it. We've gone through most of these. We should have had more time in the beginning when we hadn't brought up any of these Pokemon.
fair
yet.
enough, fair enough. I'll change it to 2 minutes then.
Yeah, I think 2 minutes will
Yep.
be fine.
Okay. In that case, let me.
Granted, this next one should be nice and quick.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, I can change those as we go. So, Shuckle versus Ninetales. We've got.
You all know exactly where I'm going with Ninetales here. Ninetales.
Really? Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Vulpix is your
the
favorite
best
line.
Pokemon.
This-
Vulpix is
This
my best.
man,
Ninetales is
this
number
man
three.
intends to fuckle with the Shuckle.
I will fuckle
How
that Shuckle up.
Dare he?
I will fuckle that Shuckle up for a Ninetales. Are you kidding me? I will break its shell, cook it, and eat it.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
will
go. I gotta go Shuckle on this one.
Fuckle that Shuckle up.
I gotta go Shuckle on this one. One of them's like a fun bug type with a funny gimmick. The other one's a fire type Pokemon.
So, not
It's
this.
the
We've
best
already
Pokemon.
kind of.
I feel betrayed by you.
We've already kind of gone over them, but I think
Why
someone.
are these Shuckle votes coming in? I call voter fraud. Let's go to the Capitol.
Someone was saying this like, what if you put a Shuckle inside of a Shedinja? And so the Shedinja was still only able to be damaged by super effective moves, but also it took no damage from those moves because of Shuckle.
I love Shedinja. It should be on the list somewhere.
Ninja's cool. Look, it's the most majestic, beautiful Pokemon. It's so useful in playthroughs. I basically soloed Sword with just an Arcanine.
Here's
Named Eddie.
here's
You're talking about Shedinja. I'm like,
Shedinja. Okay.
Uh,
Here's my argument for Shuckle. It can do the most hypothetical damage of any move in Pokemon.
that is
I
true.
think, as of like Gen 6. Because it's like if you use
Yes.
a rollout
It
on Shuckle
might
with like
be-
another like wide set of things onto a specific Pokemon, it can do like 100 and
Defense
it
something K
might be
damage.
Steel. It
Defense
might be
crossers.
Steel now.
What might be Steel?
It might be Steel now. The highest damage.
Oh, the highest damage. Oh, okay.
Because
I don't know
I think
how- look,
it was
This is disappointing
What?
to watch. This is disappointing to watch entirely.
oh, I still have that
because
memory.
it was Ice Ball.
Kyogre gets its ass kicked.
Yeah, I can remember.
All right. Well, it looks like Shuckle cannot
This-
be fuckled with.
This one hurt. I love me
Can't-
some Shuckle, but it
You
does not
can't
deserve this win.
fuckle with the Shuckle.
You
You just can't. do it.
Can't fuckle with the Shuckle. I did not think that Shuckle was going to make it to the
Shuckle
quarterfinals.
does
I'm not going to lie.
Deserve this. Shuckle does not deserve this win. at all.
Kamito, I also call shenanigans. Fair enough. I'm going to make this
One-
2.5 minutes, just to make sure that everyone can vote.
One time I decided to fuckle with the Shuckle, and you dare to ask me where my arms are?
All right,
There-
Sandslash versus Scolipede. Oh, my boy, Sandslash. Oh, how they're gonna massacre you.
It's Scolipede. It's just
Shuckle
Scolipede.
is Shuckle's not as good. I'm still stuck on that.
You guys, hold on. Sandslash is taking an early lead here.
I'm going.
Could
Scolipede.
Sandslash beat Scolipede?
I'm
I'm
going
going Scolipede.
Scolipede.
I'm going
Would
Scolipede.
Sandslash?
At this point, everything that can be said has been said, and
Yeah.
Scolipede is just great.
Oh man.
Scolipede's
Oh,
so
hold
great.
on. Hold on.
Scolipede's just so great,
It's a
man.
dead heat.
This thing, yeah, I don't know. Sandslash is
Ooh.
cool, but Scolipede is just cooler.
All
Uh,
right.
It's gonna come down to JD, and then just like it was with
It-
entrance, he's just gonna pick his favorites over the ones that deserve to win.
Well, okay, but now which one is my favorite? Tell me.
Based on the way,
It's-
based on
it's
how upset
Sandslash,
you were
isn't
that Sandslash was losing for a bit, I'm gonna assume Sandslash.
All right. Okay.
we
You
need.
I
someone
want you
to
guys-
come in and vote
Tell me
Scolipede.
in chat.
We
Tell me
need
in
someone to vote
chat
Scolipede.
why
We
you think
can't
I
leave
should
this
vote your
down to
Pokemon.
chance. We cannot leave this down to chance. Someone has to be lurking in the chat. Someone needs to vote.
Yeah, someone needs to vote.
Someone needs to
Someone
vote, or
Someone
it's up
needs
to me.
vote Scolipede.
So Japanese name for sandshrew line is sandpan. Oh, like the thing you do when you're mining
Yeah,
for
hold on.
gold.
Check to make sure my vote went through.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
was
San
just double
Francisco
checking.
kind of person, or I'm a Northern California kind of person.
What does that even
Sandslash is an
mean?
armadillo, and armadillos are cool. Yeah, Sandslash has one of the coolest designs for
I think
just like a
Sandshrew-
random
I think Sandshrew is a better
mid
design than
Dex
Sandslash.
Pokemon.
I think
mean-
Sandshrew has a far better design.
I'm from
than
Texas, and
Sandslash.
I've long been an
That's
armadillo
not right.
appreciator. Immense bug. That's a good point.
That's cap there.
We need immense bug.
Boog.
That's some cap on the
Um,
Sandshrew v Sandslash thing. Sandslash is better
Alright.
than Sandshrew. But yeah,
Yeah.
they are pangolins, not armadillos.
Yeah. Sandslash looks amazing. I love how Sandslash looks. It shouldn't look that cool, but it does, which is great.
I love all the people in chat trying to vote for Scolipede a second time just in case.
Can't
Four,
believe you're
five,
letting
four,
Sandslash- Well,
three,
because
two,
I think Sandslash is so
1.
lame.
That's it.
Well, Sandslash, you've been talking shit on Sandslash. That is not correct. I do think Scolipede is better.
I think
uh,
Sandslash is just boring. It's got nothing going for it.
That's so wrong.
I'm sorry, but I think it's true.
So I'm just gonna bring up these two Pokemon so that everyone can see them
Sandshrew.
in here. Don't get out of here. Don't welcome your feedback. All right. As far as I know, let's complete this. It is a tie, which means
It is a
I,
tie.
JD, get to have this this platform to tell you which Pokemon will advance. And we have Scolipede, and we have Sandslash. And the Pokemon that is going to advance is Scolipede.
Really?
Alright.
Why
Scolipede.
What changed your mind?
You guys
I
have
totally-
made such a convincing argument for how Scolipede is just like this really game-changing bug type that has like this like insane aesthetic that really just like sort of like radiates power.
You should
And
be allowed to ride a Scolipede.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree. I would, if I had to choose between one of these in my party, I would probably pick Scolipede. It is just a really good Pokemon.
I agree with you. Part of me thinks you only did this because we were so sure that you were gonna go Sandslash and you're trying to prove us wrong.
No, I
That's okay.
had actually made up my mind before this one. And I wanted to say a quick farewell to Sandslash because I love it. But I don't think Sandslash deserves to go on over
You should be
Scolipede. That is my
you should
honest.
Be allowed to ride Scolipedes.
You should be allowed to ride Scolipedes. You should be able to surf on Scolipede.
I just love the idea of like you're riding it. It's
Wait,
like
can it learn surf? It might be able to learn surf.
If it can learn surf, Adam, tell me if it learns surf, and then if it does, then
like someone's pounding forward on an Arcanine super fast, and you're just on a Scolipede with all 100 of its legs just scuttling along.
All right. Next up, we have Bulbasaur versus
Wait, hold on. That's
Braixen.
Gen 8. That's Gen 8. Give me a second.
Bulbasaur. I'm off of
It can learn
Bulbasaur.
cut and strength.
This one
Braixen's-
could be
Well,
cutthroat.
Braixen's cool, but I think Bulbasaur's.
Oh,
I
Braixen.
think Bulbasaur's.
I gotta go Grayson.
I'm willing to accept the loss. on
Braixen's
this one, but
taking
I'm
the
gonna
early
ride
lead.
I never thought
you guys-
I never thought I'd die fighting with furries.
Are you guys gonna put down Bulbasaur? No,
Yeah,
this is
possibly.
interesting because
Yeah,
I'm excited to see see how this one goes. This is gonna be good.
I still can't believe
Because
Bulbasaur's first stage
here's the thing
evolution.
about
Princess, don't be
Bulbasaur is a
so
really-
pessimistic.
Bulbasaur is a really safe, tight design. But just like the last round, Braixen does some new shit that just makes people excited.
You know,
Once again,
that is
I
fair.
just still can't fully believe that of all the first form Pokemon, Bulbasaur is the first form starter that made this list.
Mo-
So odd to me.
I'm pretty sure.
There's
No,
no
Mudkip.
word over it.
Mudkip also made this list. Mudkip also made this
Did it?
list.
Who did?
Actually,
Mudkip. Mudkip lost to Bulbasaur
yeah,
in the
no,
first
dude,
round.
Oh my God, I
Bulbasaur
forgot about Mudkip.
annihilated Mudkip.
Yeah,
first round.
Bulbasaur annihilated
Mudkip
Mudkip.
I completely forgot about
Bulbasaur
Mudkip
annihilated.
in general. Still, where's Chimchar though? Chimchar is the cutest motherfucker.
Chimchar sucks.
He-
As an Infernape diehard fan, I can tell you that Chimchar
Oh,
sucks.
Chimchar
Okay,
is
let
so
me make a quick point. If you go and look closely at all of the starting Pokemon, there's a lot of them that look very cute, but there's like one or two things that make them like Oh, that's okay. So that's a little slightly off-putting. Like, if they didn't have this, then they would be like full on so adorable that I couldn't like possibly ignore them. But they all have something that makes them just look like a little like, oh, well, this could be like a real creature. It's not designed to be the most cartoon anime thing.
Chimchar.
And that applies for Chimchar, that applies for Squirtle, that applies for Bulbasaur. It's hard to say. It's hard for me to think of one where it's like this is like absolutely 100% the most cute, and I would never
None of
evolve it
them
if
are
it wasn't
cuter
good at
than
battling.
Vulpix. None of them are cuter than Vulpix, but Chimchar's pretty damn close.
Vulpix, like yeah, Vulpix is cuter than all of the starters. I think.
Yes,
I don't
Vulpix
think
is the cutest Pokemon in existence.
Scorbunny is close. Scorbunny is close.
It's weird
not
because I
close.
think
Scorbunny
it's weird because I feel like what about Litten?
Litten, no, not even
Litten's
close.
cute. Litten's cuter than. Oh my god.
It's cute.
Litten is
Well, it's
cuter
not.
than,
Litten
Scorbunny.
isn't even cuter than Scorbunny. I don't even think Litten is
Scorbunny
cuter
is-
than Bulbasaur.
Scorbunny is not cute.
Scorbunny is very. Wait, hold on. Let me look
you
up.
got Pokemon, what do you mean? You got Pokemon out there like Rowlet. You got Litten, Rowlet, Piplup, Turtwig, Squirtle.
Okay.
all
I
cute.
wouldn't-
Scorbunny is
call
so
any of the
fucking
Gen
cute.
8
Scorbunny is so
Gen-
fucking cute.
The Gen 8 starters seem a little like machine designed almost.
All
A
right.
little bit.
Braixen is going to take this one. I'm going to make this next one 2 minutes. I think that we probably don't need the extra 30 seconds. Ah, crap. 1 sec. All right. No, not 1800 seconds. All right. Torterra versus Raichu.
Oh, I gotta go the Tort here.
Yeah, I gotta go with the big Turt.
Now,
I
the
love Raichu, but I gotta go with the Tort. Torterra is just so damn cool.
Iceberg, I like
big.
your style. Here's the thing. This is interesting to me, and it seems like we already know who's going to win, but this is interesting to me because it represents two completely different subsets of Pokemon, right?
Whoa!
Torterra, a
Torterra.
starter.
Great.
Torterra is a starter. It looks very, like, intimidating. It's very cool. Raichu has, like, a very different charm. It's, people love it for getting lost in the shadow of Pikachu. It's very cute. It has a
Yeah,
lot of cool versatility.
Kind of the thing about Raichu though is beyond the fact that it's like, oh yeah, it's better than Pikachu, and that carries it a little bit. It doesn't do much beyond that. There are so many cooler electric types out there. I think it was up against Luxray, who's not as like iconic, and then it was up against
Yeah.
Cinderace, not a good design. But the second you put Raichu up against like a real awesome Pokemon like Torterra, I don't think Raichu stands. I don't think it holds any water.
Interesting. Well, Torterra is
well-
actually one vote away from.
Yeah, well,
Hold on, we can't
Yeah.
count out Torterra just yet.
I don't know.
Is there anyone out there in chat who wants to make this chaos?
Shigen.
Oh, Gomi
think he already
tying it
voted.
up.
I think Tommy voted earlier. Oh,
Drillbur
no, he
or
didn't.
Diglett?
Oh, there he is.
I don't know. I like both of them.
I think
Drillbur
it
both
is
fun.
important.
I don't have an
I
opinion
think it
on
is
that.
important to note that I think it is important to note that Alolan Raichu is a different Pokemon.
Yes, we're not
entirely.
talking about
This
Alolan
is- we're
Raichu. This
talking
is
about
just
Kanto
Raichu.
here.
I think Raichu just does enough to be cooler than Pikachu,
Ah.
and not much else.
One
I
th-
think
Here's the thing. My favorite thing about Raichu, the reason why I think Raichu should win is because it has a tree on its back, and it's really cool.
You mean
Oh no,
Torterra?
wait, that's not Raichu.
Okay, I was about to say. All right.
it's
So
up to you, JD.
it's up to me. Torterra versus Raichu. Are you guys ready for me to make someone extremely mad?
I mean, I feel like mildly annoyed at most.
I
but
think
don't imagine-
everyone in
was
I
ready
think
when I thought you were
everyone
gonna
in
say
chat
Kanto.
knows exactly what I'm about to do.
Ninetales is already gone, so this entire process has been invalidated.
Torterra wins, baby. Let's go.
Torterra.
Torterra. Hell yes.
are you
Rep
going
my
good
grass
with?
starters. Torterra is great. I love it. Also, I gotta focus away again. Zico, good luck with your stuff, and try to make it back before the finals.
Yeah.
You're leaning towards your
Come
co-host
back.
too much.
All right, Torterra is gonna win. Listen, that's totally my opinion.
Still shouldn't have beaten out Infernape to begin with, but Torterra is definitely better than Raichu.
All right, you guys are gonna love this next one because it is Zoroark versus Absol, and I am going to knock this one
Fuck
down to
you.
150.
Oh, shit.
This one it will either be very close or very not close. There's no way it's just like yeah, I lost by 3.
I gotta go with what I said before. One
Ooh.
thing that I haven't brought up is that there is a Zoroark plush in my room,
Ooh.
and it's cool.
Oh.
Again, Zoroark is just fun by design. Absol is a Pokemon by design. So
Zoroark is fun by design.
I
Absol is
love
Pokemon
Absol
by
so
design.
much. But
Interesting quote,
I love
Adam.
Absol so much, but they're just Zoroark is just enjoyable. He's whimsical.
Actually, Adam brought up a good point. Even though Bulbasaur destroyed Mudkip in the first round, and I am all for that, I do have a Mudkip plush in my room.
Yeah, but I have a Torchic plush in my room. That's just from Name Raider.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah,
Wait,
you kind of just get these things.
What was your Mudkip name again?
My Mudkip, it was Otachi, I believe. Oh no, or it was Tomp Gun.
Oh yeah.
What is this?
Tomp Gun.
What is this?
This is the Evanston Pogo Name Raider for Community Days.
Yeah, so
they used to give out a plushie of the Pokemon to whoever won.
Oh,
yeah, it was like every month, everyone in Evanston could submit cool names for a specific Pokemon, and you get a plush if you win. And I won a couple times, I think, or at least I got top 3 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. I only came in first once with Torchic because I named it Kick-Fil-A, but I've come in top 3 quite a lot.
I think my shiny Metagross named MacBook Pro,
told me about that.
and the Marsh Tomp named Tomp Gun. Tomp Gun. T-O-M-P Gun. Went. All right. It looks like Zoroark
how would
is
my Malmetal named Nutbuster be?
probably that wouldn't make
it's gotta be NSF. It's gotta be SFW. There's
Lame.
All right.
kids in the Discord server.
What about? Wait, hold on. I have a better one.
What's up?
Like I got in trouble for putting Tumblr post down as my for my Gardevoir and Ralter Boy for a Ralts the same day.
Ralter Boy. Ralter Boy.
I thought it was good, but I was told it wasn't appropriate.
I think it's great, especially because it looks like an Alter Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's not NSFW, right?
It is.
It was very much the implication behind it.
Oh man.
It was a CP.
Sorry, Catholics.
Oh man, sorry Catholics.
69 Ralts. It was so good.
Oh Jesus.
I feel sad to see Absol lose here, but I do think that
Zoroark is definitely the winner.
Go,
yeah. All right. Well, Zoroark. I guess that one didn't take as long. Let's go 2 minutes on this next one, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ben. It's my Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah.
It's my Misdreavus named General Drevis.
Your Misdreavus named General Drevis?
I gotta go Melodic. I gotta go Melodic over Sylveon. I feel like this whole day has made me really appreciate how cool Milotic is.
These are both trans-pride Pokemon. I just realized that Milotic is also considered a trans-pride Pokemon.
Milotic and Sylveon more so. Like Sylveon is like the iconic, the OG. Fairy just came out.
I didn't win anything with that Salazar, but I wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you didn't win with General Drevis?
He's never played in the
No,
name
I didn't.
I just learned what it
I knew
was.
about the name.
Oh, well, I think you would have won. That's insane. Like, that's a really good name.
I think this is, for me, where Sylveon should drop out. But I feel like that's not gonna. I feel like Sylveon's probably gonna make it to the
Sylveon might make it to the finals. That is a top 4 contender for sure.
Yeah, I wish Milotic would win. I think Milotic is just again, like Sylveon's a Pokemon I've used before. Milotic's a Pokemon I want to use.
Yeah, Sylveon is definitely more pride themed with the shiny. I don't really get Milotic. It's just very graceful and very powerful, and a very good payoff for getting it. And it takes a lot of work to get it.
Yeah, I like long Pokemon. I like the long Milotic.
Superior Gyarados also.
Milotic's got style. Milotic's got grace. Milotic doesn't have a funny face.
No,
DK,
it's
Donkey
Milotic's got style. Milotic has grace. Milotic shoots you with an ice beam in the face.
What's
DK?
What is when they say they think about in terms of drawing Photen?
I don't know what Photen is. I assume TF or something. But Sylveon destroyed, so thank you guys very much. I am going to put on an extra 30 seconds on this one because Aggron versus Lugia. That's a tough one.
Aggron. Aggron's just so cool, man.
Guys, please don't make me tiebreak this. Please don't make me tiebreak this.
Oh, it doesn't look like you're gonna have.
Has the poll started?
Yeah, polls just started. And there's only 5 votes. You don't know. There's only 5 votes.
Yeah,
6 votes now.
Aggron's just got the confidence and the swagger to him. He's just Aggron knows.
These are the 2 biggest dick energy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Actually, now I really want I want to write an Aggron times Lugia /Fic now.
But like at the same time, I feel like Lugia would point out that Lugia would go out of his way to point out his big dick energy, whereas Aggron wouldn't even care if you noticed.
Yeah, no, we talked about this. Lugia is way more arrogant. Aggron is way more confident.
Aggron's got that aloofness to him that I think just makes him sexier.
Bees, I will do it. You guys, it's just I feel like the inspiration's there. Like these are both really good Pokemon, and this is maybe my favorite poll match yet. Because these are both really, really good Pokemon. I'll read it and judge.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll read it and love.
Yeah, well, do we have more people out there that are willing to throw in their opinions? Zico?
I don't know if Zico's back yet.
I feel like Zico would go for Lugia. Lugia, not leukemia. Thank you.
You better hope they don't. You better hope they don't come back then, because you'd have to tiebreak.
Oh, that's rough. You guys are actually making me like Aggron more than I liked it.
Jason, no, Zico voted Aggron, but she also voted Lugia. They weren't against each other.
Yeah.
Vote between them.
Sorry, I'm more of a turboculosis. Is turboculosis like tuberculosis, but like more intense?
Turboculosis.
Turboculosis. Peer pressure hit. I voted for both. Wait, Zico just returned.
Yeah, Zico's been talking.
Zico's been talking. Okay. Okay.
Zico looked into your heart. You know it to be true.
And it looks like Aggron pulls it out. All right, that is
holds it out. That big D energy.
That was one of the funnest ones. Before we move on, Princess Napped saying vote for whichever is cuter, has the exact same energy as me playing Cards Against Humanity on a service trip, in high school, and losing all of the rounds because the other people would say, just vote for whichever one is danker.
Danker.
Which is, they'd be like, just vote for whichever one is danker, and then they'd be like, it's just like the randomest shit would win.
The rule is you vote for whichever one is darker. Whichever one is the more horrifying answer.
Bees, fuck me if I know. I legitimately do not know. But all right, Aggron has won the day. Thank you guys for doing that. And now our last match in the round of 16. Let's get it. Kyogre versus Yveltal.
Yveltal's so much better.
Hey, I mean, I'm loving Kyogre right here. Kyogre.
Yveltal's so much better.
Kyogre is such a better legendary than Yveltal.
No, not even close.
They both
look like lies, but Yveltal owns it.
Hey, if you guys love me, you'll vote for Kyogre.
So see, here's the thing about. You guys remember how I was talking about how like Yveltal is kind of a high concept Pokemon versus Mewtwo, which is subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 high concept Pokemon, and Yveltal's better at it.
I don't think Kyogre's not high concept.
Kyogre,
it controls the water.
How is that high concept? Wow, that's so that's so hard to wrap my head around. It controls water.
Like, it's more exactly hard to wrap your head around either, for the record.
Yeah, Kyogre goes splish splash. He get mad at the ground worm or ground shrimp or whatever you want to call Groudon.
So much cooler. It's got a better design. It's got a better concept.
You know what, Salazar? This is why I voted Yveltal.
It's got better games.
No, I legitimately
over the Hoenn games easy.
I legitimately think that like the presence of Kyogre has like the exact same energy as the presence of Yveltal, but without needing to be a god of death in order to do it. I feel like if you were to meet Kyogre in the like the bottom of the ocean, you would just be like, "Oh, well, I'm fucked. It's whatever Kyogre wants."
Here's the thing: Yveltal's the god of the Pokemon of death, but it's not even it's not even a bad guy. It's not even a villain. It's just like it's part of a cycle of life and death so that creation can exist. Kyogre's a dick. Kyogre's just trying to drown the world. Kyogre's just an asshole.
We can forgive that.
I refuse. No, Kyogre's a dick. Also, I'm so mad that this is gonna end up as a tie.
I mean, you think they had the graphics to portray rising water on GBA?
It kills a whole time.
It doesn't kill
Kyogre literally literally raises the water level in the game, and it doesn't look like anything changes.
Yeah, there's just rain a bit. I mean, yeah, but Kyogre or Yveltal's not the one destroying the town. It's like the fucking weapon or whatever. Yveltal doesn't want to be involved.
Weapon X.
No one canonically dies.
I have no idea what Weapon X actually is. It's just funny to call things that.
Kyogre's so lame.
Kyogre can't do anything since what? Like Kyogre can do lots. Kyogre is a primal force of nature. That is a fish that I love.
Kyogre's lame as hell. First of all, it's not even a fish. It's a whale, which is a mammal. Boy, come on.
Is it? It's a legendary Pokemon, is what it is.
Doesn't make it not a mammal.
I feel like I could give Groudon a hug, and it would understand me.
That's fair, but not relevant.
Or sorry, Kyogre a hug. If I gave Groudon a hug, it would stomp on me.
Kyogre does not employ show don't tell at all. Kyogre. Oh man, they spend the whole game talking about how Kyogre's gonna flood the world.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I have the best viewers on the planet. Perfecto. Okay, this is actually nuts, and I cannot wait. We are going to the quarterfinals, baby. We are going to the quarterfinals. So give me just
Pokemon like Kyogre.
We're gonna take a small, like 3 to 5 minute break.
And still in.
And we're gonna hit the quarterfinals. So let us go.
I don't. The results of this thing are so fucked. I was a Pokemon like Ninetales out, but goddamn. Kyogre.
Kyogre is better than Ninetales. What are you talking about?
Kyogre's lame as Kyogre's so bottom.
I feel like I feel like you're just your biases are shining through a little bit.
I honestly feel like it shouldn't have beaten Groudon.
I was for Groudon in the very beginning. From the very beginning, I was for Groudon.
Well, okay, see, your biases are showing through. Groudon is objectively not better than Kyogre.
I voted for Groudon and
because
Kyogre.
Groudon is not a fish. It does not do the splish splash.
Who cares? First of all, non-fish. Kyogre's not a fish; it's a whale.
It do a little splishy splashy.
Aren't fish. You can splish splash, JD, and you're not a fish.
I actually do not splish splash. It gets my hair wet, and I don't like that.
You can. That's true about you. Yeah, that's fair.
This is an established character trait.
Yeah, Kyogre's so bottom tier of legendaries.
I just don't know what you're even talking about, dude. It's just weird that it's like that.
It's not even the best legendary in its own region by a lot. It's actually, I guess
I'm just not sure about that one.
It's probably the worst Gen 3 legendary.
I can't. Sorry, you're cutting out. I couldn't hear you.
Name a Gen 3 legendary it's better than. Maybe Latios and Latias, but no one beyond.
Yeah, Latios, Rayquaza, Kyogre, all those
worse
guys.
Than you just named Kyogre as a Pokemon. Kyogre's better than.
Yeah, I know. It literally has the power to defeat
Kyogre.
itself.
I mean, Kyogre sucks.
Worse than Rayquaza. It's worse than Groudon. It's worse than all 3 Regis. It's worse than Jirachi. It's worse than Deoxys. It's worse than Metagross, Flygon, and Salamence and Aggron. It's not a good Pokemon. It's boring.
All right, I'm just posting the update to Twitter really quick.
Cool. Now that we're done with that.
Well, I'm glad we can all really just come together and agree on all this stuff. Hey, the thingy checked it out. how long do you spend in what?
What?
No, take a good. How long do I spend in showers? Like, I don't know, 45 minutes. I really get a deep clean going. Don't. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. You guys can check out with exclamation mark update, which I'll just put
Nick
that in there.
Clarkson, I don't understand your Latias thing.
So Nick is saying that it's really nice to turn yourself into a Latias.
I guess.
I also don't know why Web Captioner always takes Latias, Latias, and making it Latios.
I don't know.
God, I get so bored after 10. I just like. Please understand that I am aware.
If I'm in the shower after 10 minutes, it's because I'm not bored and I'm thinking about something.
I like 10-minute showers. I sing.
Please understand that I don't do it just to be like, standing in the shower for half an hour doing nothing, or like to waste water or anything like that. I have some particular skin arrangements that make it somewhat difficult. Yeah, I know it's gross. It's like
skin. Ew.
I have skin. I have skin. It's gross. No, I have to like. It takes a little bit of effort to get myself clean. So that's.
You know, at least you're cleaning it.
At least I'm cleaning it.
Yeah.
She say laddie ass. That actually worked. Laddie ass. God, I hate you.
Lady ass. It says lady ass.
Well, okay. It said Latias for a second. All right, everyone. Who's right? Oh wait, sorry. Never mind. Lady ass got knocked out.
Have you guys seen the picture of that weird Latias Blaziken fusion?
Latias Blaziken fusion. Let me see.
There was an original concept art, and it was just like it was clearly that Blaziken and Latias were the same Pokemon at one point. But they had split them up.
I'm seeing two of them, and they both look pretty neat.
I don't like that at all.
Sorry, you guys can't really see it too much because of my screen thingy, but
I dislike that.
I guess you can maybe sort of see it here. Oh, there's a Decidueye and Blaziken fusion. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I don't think that one's real.
Primal Groudon plus... Yo, Pokemon fusions are not... Look at this one. This one's great.
Yeah, Pokemon fusions are awesome.
Look... Wait, hold on. There we go. Look at this one. Look at this bad boy.
Magic.
I can't see your stream. Oh, there we go.
Are you familiar with Q9? I am not.
What about Farter?
Q9, is that Cubone and Arcanine?
We're all familiar with it.
Is Q9 Cubone and Arcanine?
That was like the OG fusion. Let me just look that up real quick. We're gonna start quarterfinals in just a second, but
honestly,
yo, Q9, this is awesome.
QAnon?
Hot diggity damn.
QAnon is not awesome.
No, Q9. I mean, it's got this one has like a Digimon look. Like this one just like looks rad as hell. You guys can sort of see it there. It's again, I'm not sure exactly how much of the screen you can see.
My favorite Pokemon is definitely the Pokemon Amoonguss.
Oh yeah, Amoonguss is great. It was a little sus that it wasn't in the community rankings, but you know. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be starting off with that is epic. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for pointing that out, Com. All right, Shuckle versus Scolipede. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to keep going?
I'm just not even gonna comment on this one.
All right.
Yeah, this one's gross.
This should be Ninetales' spot, and you all know it.
Wait, shit. There we go. All right,
I'm going
Shuckle.
to attempt something. I'm going to fuckle with the Shuckle.
Oh, are we fuckling with the Shuckle? Wait. Web Captioner censored me for the first time all night because I said shit.
I can't see the stream for some reason. It's still loading.
That's odd. Shoot, am I streaming at 1080p? If I am, I apologize.
Oh damn.
Ooh, yeah. See,
My
okay.
friends and brothers have joined me in fuckling with the Shuckle.
Okay. In all fairness, the reason I went with Scolipede over Sandslash was because I thought when it came to the 1v1 with Shuckle, actually I thought Scolipede just deserved it more, but like Scolipede deserves to be like a high tier Pokemon that
does.
makes it really far, more so than
So-
Shuckle does. So I am entirely satisfied with this arrangement and letting Scolipede go a little further than maybe it
Oh.
otherwise would have.
All still worse than Ninetales.
I don't know. I don't know.
By far. Not
I-
even close.
I mean, that's true, but like it's definitely not as good as Luxray.
Ninetales kicks Luxray's ass.
Hard for me to hop on board that one, Chief.
Yeah, well, there's a reason Luxray lost round 1, Chief.
Yeah, because there were like 4 people in here, and no one with taste had arrived yet.
What do you mean? I was
I'm
right
just
here.
I'm just out here alienating my entire audience.
That's good. They're your fans and friends, Josh. Go for it.
Okay, there were like 3 there were like 3 votes that didn't come from you guys. I'm gonna say that I got unlucky with the RNG. Nick came in here and was like, no Arcanine, no Luxray. So like I know that I've got people on my side. They just
I mean, I don't think
just took
Arcanine
him
has
just took
ever-
him a little bit to show up.
I don't think Arcanine should have ever beaten Ninetales. That went exactly the way it was supposed to. Luxray, there were arguments to be made, but
yeah. Scolipede rocks, and I love Shuckle, but Scolipede is just cooler. I mean, I think the chat has some opinions, and yeah, no, that's fair. Thank you guys for getting those votes in at a
I don't
reasonable
think my vote's getting counted, Josh.
Hold on. It's No, I can't. I was gonna ban you, but I don't know how to.
Do it.
No, I wasn't sure if I could immediately unban you, so I just
Ban
told you
your
the joke.
moderator.
I just told you the joke instead of doing anything else.
Yeah, well, jokes are always the most fun when they're rigorously explained.
Yeah. No, that's my life motto. Always explain your jokes in big detail. All right. Scolipede has taken it away. Good job, everyone who voted. Scolipede has made it to the semifinals. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Now, we actually have, when we started, I wouldn't have thought that these guys would be in the quarterfinals, but here we are. With a 69% even, hell yeah. Sorry, bees. Let's go ahead. Braixen versus Torterra. Now, both starters. So the starters have come out of the starters group. But are we getting Planet Turtle? Or are we getting Planet Turtle? Or are we getting
Torterra.
Magical
Been
Girl
thinking-
Fox?
I've been singing the. So I mean, I feel like we've been talking so much about how these are both designs that just work.
Yeah.
I feel like Torterra just kind of does it a little bit harder.
I
Ooh.
think Torterra just works a bit better. Torterra has Stab Earthquake on your grass starter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nice. Josh, you're
Oh
the
my
grass starter guy.
yeah.
You gotta respect
The-
the hell out
okay.
of Torterra.
I'm not gonna lie, this is blowing me away. If Torterra makes it to the semifinals over Braixen,
It's like Torterra
Braixen?
starts as this adorable little turtle, goes
Mhm.
through an awkward teen phase.
they
and then
always go
becomes
through the awkward teen phase. We
badass.
skip that. We skip that. Grottle's not very cute.
Grottle's at least
Grottle is not
Grottle's
cute.
the best mid stage of that generation.
Yeah, I
Prinplup
think
and
Grottle's honestly a solid mid.
It's better than
only in comparison to Prinplup and Monferno.
I think Monferno is better than you. Like I don't
love the
I don't like
Infernape.
any of them particularly much, but I think Monferno is probably the best.
Monferno's face paint always ruins it for me.
Giga Drain? Oh yeah. Giga Drain is really nice.
You'd think,
Giga
Tommy,
Drain.
but you
Giga
could
Drain.
not take you'd think so, Tommy, but Torterra's pretty small. You wouldn't you would barely fit on its back.
I cannot take a nap under Braixen QED.
QED.
Now, I'm sure there are people who would love to take a nap on Braixen.
What is
That
QED?
wasn't supposed to be an innuendo, Adam.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was, and you know it.
No, you guys are putting
Don't
words in my
lie
mouth.
to me.
Oh man. QED means
What's QED?
it means a quality extraneous device. No, it doesn't. It means quod erat demonstrandum. Which means thus my point is proved.
Komito, I do very much want to see a cute gif of a Fennekin. So
Mischievous. Let's just calm down here. Let's just calm down. 30 seconds left. Is there anyone out here who can save Breakson?
doesn't deserve to be saved against Torterra.
I don't know. I think if Breakson can tie, I think I would probably vote for Breakson. I know that's betraying my grassroots, but I think it probably deserves to be in the semifinals more than Torterra. Not because Torterra is bad. Torterra is excellent. I just think Breakson
need to come up with new positions to cuddle with that Torterra.
Woohoo! All right. 13 votes. This one was a nail biter, but Torterra has pulled it through. There are some amazing choices being made today. I don't say amazing because I don't say amazing to be sarcastic. I say amazing I did not expect that. I didn't expect Torterra to make it past the second round.
I still think Torterra should have lost to Infernape, but yeah.
But I think then Infernape should have lost to Breakson.
No, not even close.
All right. This one will slay all of you. Except for maybe Ben and Adam.
Zoroark versus Sylveon?
Zoroark versus Sylveon.
I mean, I'm still going to go for the whimsy and fun that Zoroark provides that Sylveon does not.
Yeah.
So basically what we're asking is trans pride versus TF.
Versus transformation.
And oh wow, this is going to reveal a little bit about you guys.
Okay, can you go a little bit what do you TF? What exactly is that referring to?
Turning into things. Specifically in this case, Zoroark is a good Pokemon to turn into among people that like having art of people or things turning into Pokemon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, I can, I'll explain. I know my audience. I know you guys don't mind. Oh, Sylveon. Oh, this is gonna be a nail biter.
Beasley, you voted 4 times.
Oh my god. The mail-in votes are coming in.
The mail-in
capital.
Wow, is Sylveon actually gonna? I thought Sylveon would make it to the finals if we're being honest. But unless
I think Zoroark is just a little more fun.
What is the criteria of a good TF Poke?
Humanoid.
Wait, so then
I don't know.
Wait, I don't understand. What's a Pokey? It's just like a Pokemon you can fuck?
No.
Poke's just short.
It's just short for Pokemon.
Just short for Pokemon, Adam.
Just short for Pokemon.
TF, good TF Pokey.
A good TF Pokemon is a good Pokemon to turn into.
I see.
Not everything is about fucking, Adam.
Yeah, it's like I thought
it was like, oh, the Pokemon turns into you, or you turn into the Pokemon.
Yeah. No. It's just like would you?
I just thought that there was a sexual nature involved.
Would you want your V2 persona to turn into a Geodude? Probably not.
Yeah.
Would you want your V2 persona?
Are you kidding me?
What is a V2 persona?
I'm.
Jayshmo, you know it's Zoroark. You know it's Zoroark.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Oh man.
You know it's Zoroark, Jayshmo.
Zoro's a top 2, but what about Sylveon though?
You can feel it within you, deep within you.
40 seconds left.
A thought into a vote.
Sylveon could caress you.
Zoroark could also caress you.
Trust your instincts.
Zoroark has the opposable thumbs to actually caress you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sylveon has flesh ribbons, and isn't that new and exciting?
You'd think, but they've been using it since the 80s if you could find the right crowd.
Jayshmo, you've got 18 seconds left. Jason Momoa, you have 18 seconds left.
Listen to your heart, you know it.
Jason Shmomoa.
Oh,
no!
Chaos time, baby!
All right, well, JD, it's up to you to decide which group of fans to alienate.
Hold on,
JD, what's it gonna be?
Theme. Shit, this is I hope this is not copyright. Okay. We've got
certainly is.
now. Zoroark has been a fan favorite. It has destroyed everything in its path, and I know that among many, many of my friends, it is a Pokemon that inspires happiness, joy, and excitement. Sylveon is an OG game wrecker, a fairy type that really that busted the meta when it came out, trans pride and bi pride, and an evolution that no one could resist putting on one of their most powerful Pokemon. Zoroark or Sylveon? And the Pokemon that I'm going to choose is Sylveon. We're going with Sylveon, baby. Sylveon advances.
You can't win them all. You got it. You gave it to
Sylveon is
Skolky
going to
before,
the
so-
semis. Oh man, that was an interesting one. Thank you guys for humoring me while I did that. Sylveon, I think, is just
Your vote was not a surprise, but it was fun to see where you were going with it.
I like, even if I don't want to say like, oh yeah, just we'll get an evolution to the final because I think the evolutions are just too popular. Like, I don't know, Sylveon is just really strong. It was hard for me to say that Sylveon didn't deserve to do it. I like Zoroark, but Sylveon is really good. All right, now all of you can be mad at me.
You know what beats a Sylveon?
What?
An Aggron.
Let's begin.
Yeah.
Everyone, Aggron versus Kyogre.
Aggron.
What if I play the "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader" theme song now?
If Aggron beats Lugia, it should not lose to Kyogre.
I would say if you love me, vote Kyogre, but like,
Wait, what's the vote?
but like
can't see
I
it.
get it. Like, vote.
Aggron or Kyogre.
Don't let me sway this one. This is
Yeah, I'm voting Aggron. Fuck that.
yeah.
JD, I don't love you.
I think I've worn out my welcome a little bit. We got Kyogre to the semifinals, and I'm gonna say woohoo to that.
It really didn't deserve to be anywhere past the 64. And that's
You know what, Ben? I'm very tired of this negativity that you're bringing in here. Zico, I'm hyped to take you down. All right, Zico, you don't know my motivations. You don't know who I want to take home the ultimate prize,
Yeah,
and that.
we do.
All right, who?
In this fight, very much Kyogre.
Okay, but like realistically, of the Pokemon that are going to the semis.
Of the Pokemon going to the semis, I imagine you're probably going to go for Sylveon and or Scolipede, but I think that's only if we can convince you to go for
Yeah,
Scolipede.
I wanted Luxray, but like.
Yeah, Luxray's gone.
Yeah,
so
Luxray was gone immediately, so.
Out of the 4 still in, I imagine you're probably going to pull for Sylveon unless we can convince you to pull for Scolipede.
Okay. Adam, what are you thinking?
As much as I love Torterra, I think Scolipede's going to beat it.
Adam.
I can we go over again what the remaining Pokemon are?
We'll go over that. We'll go over that soon.
Torterra, Scolipede, Sylveon, and presumably Aggron.
Yeah, it's going to be Scolipede, Torterra, Sylveon, Aggron.
I think it's gonna be Scolipede versus
I was.
Aggron in the last round.
I think it should be, but I don't think Aggron's going to beat Sylveon with this crowd.
All right, this is
There's
interesting.
a lot of Sylveon love here.
No, I would agree with you, but last round was too close.
So what we're gonna do is
because of Zoroark specifically. I don't think it'll be as close with Aggron.
Yeah. All these furries in the comments. Where are our Steelies, huh? Where are our Aggron?
yeah. You know what? Princess Nappa was drawing some really good
literally made of
steel-based, maybe not
Where are
steel-based,
all the
but like
people who grew up
that
watching
kind of
Iron
similar art,
Giant
and I was
and
loving it
Zootopia?
last night.
Where are all the people who grew up
Iceberg, need to
watching
feed the
Iron
furry
Giant?
overlord. Calm, yeah, I know. It does stuff. All right, 25 seconds left. I am going to get this semis posted up really quickly onto the Twitter because I'm just gonna assume that we're not gonna get 9 votes for Kyogre out of nowhere. Kyogre, my love, thank you for taking me so far. I am so proud of you. But it is time to move on to the semifinals.
Is a Robosona a thing?
I know some friends with Robosonas. They're very cute.
Okay.
And yep, there it is. Officially, bye-bye Kyogre. I love you. But Aggron is going to the semifinals. And with that, we have 3 matches left. And these ones are going to run for a little bit so that anyone who wants to vote can get them in. Because, boy howdy, these are going to be some barn burners, I think. We've got some great ones. Give me just a couple seconds to post these. And Adam, Ben, can I hear some of your thoughts on what's going on so far? What do you think of these? What do you you've talked about it a little bit, but what are your biggest surprises so far, other than the Pokemon that you personally love?
I mean, other than the ones I personally, I mean, in general, like I've said it a bunch. There are so many Pokemon just in the original 64 that are surprises to me for being here. Kyogre making it as far as it did still surprises me. Braixen making it past Bulbasaur is still something that surprises me. And I don't know. I thought Zoroark was going to win that last one. I think we're probably going to see. I'm pulling for Torterra, but I think we're probably going to see Scolipede in the finals. Same with I'm pulling for Aggron, but I think it's going to be Sylveon in the finals.
Yeah, sure. I haven't really been. I kind of zoned out for a second.
Barn burner, by the way, means like a close call.
A hoot and holler and hootenanny. That's what
What's
barn
furry
burner means.
What is furry Palkia, Tommy?
Oh, Princess Snapped really loves drawing Pokemon and furries and scalies in with fur, kind of irrespective of their normal skin tone. So I'm assuming that Princess Snapped drew a Palkia that was very furry.
Tommy's the one who brought up furry Palkia.
Yeah. I'm just assuming. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Can we get the next vote up or what?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just doing that. If you guys want to, Palkia was confirmed furry on the remake box art. Interesting.
Let me see.
I don't believe that.
You guys can check out the past brackets by typing !update or going directly to my Twitter.
Yeah, oh wait, hold on.
If you want to see the how the game has gone so far.
I'm checking right now.
And you can see which Pokemon got knocked out, what the unjust busts are, and what the surprising risers are.
That Palkia looks remarkably not furry in this picture.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm looking at a high. Oh my god, I'm looking at a high resolution. Someone's zooming in on it. There might be some truth to this. Wait, hold on. No. Yeah. Wait. Is that fur? It looks like metal to me. It just looks like kind of scale almost. I'm not seeing the fur.
Yeah, none of this looks like fur to me.
And I'm looking at a tweet. There's a Game Rant article with a tweet on it, and it like the person is zooming in on the ultra high res photos because these are really high res renders, and it just does not look like fur to me.
Can someone post in chat so that I can take a look at it?
Yeah, I'll post the chat. Give me a second.
Thank you. And as soon as as soon as I'm done taking a look at that, we are going to move on to the semifinals. Thank you.
Like I zoomed in quite a bit there. I didn't see any fur.
I'm not seeing any fur.
Dialga looks reptilian.
Dialga should be. He's awesome.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, I'm not seeing fur. I'm seeing like rust almost.
What about Palkia?
Like there's literally wear and tear on the colors.
Yeah.
I'm seeing metal, some kind of like the armor plate, like a bone plate.
Yeah, like bone. It reminds me of like Star Wars spaceships.
Okay, so they said look at the chest. Oh, I see what they're talking about. Like the outline right there. It's a little furry.
It's not furry though. It's like
I don't think it's furry.
Ooh, yeah.
I think it's more just grain.
It might be.
Like it looks like paint that's chipping at the edges.
Yeah, like that's definitely metal on its shoulder in the pink parts. The white parts, Yeah, I don't think that canonically it's furry, but I think that if anyone wants to make it furry, then trust the white is fluff.
I mean, I want to trust, but I don't.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's we'll see where it goes. All right, are you guys ready? And if you're
Yeah.
not, you have 5 minutes to get ready.
5 minutes.
Let us, yeah, 5 minutes, because I want anyone who wants to pop in and make their vote able to vote for Scolipede and Torterra. Now, Scolipede
Tommy,
jumps
I was
out to
looking
a
at-
big lead. Okay.
Tommy, I saw that picture. It doesn't look like fur at all.
Is this what did Tommy post? Oh yeah, no, that's not fair.
Bees, I'm gonna look at what you sent me.
I think I think bone is correct. I think it looks like bone.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so here's what I see. Here's what I see. Let's I'm gonna bring this over to here.
Let's get some Torterra love here.
So what people are looking at is, I hope you guys can see it, but it's explicitly this part of Palkia,
It's Scolipede here. All right.
which I saw. Anyways, yes, we are on to Scolipede versus Torterra.
I think I'm gonna go Scolipede.
yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a design that I like more, and I've seen a lot of Torterra as a thing, and I'm excited by the newness of Scolipede.
Here,
They're
I just think
not
that this
much
part
older
is
at this
like the
point.
same as this part, and this part
I
definitely
know.
isn't fur.
They did a lot more games than Torterra.
Yeah, but when
Ooh.
I was interested in when Pokemon Generation 4 came out, I was into it. I was into Pokemon a lot more, so I was watching the anime, I was watching the, playing with the cards, reading the books, and I saw a lot more Torterra then.
Like
Ooh.
Beelzebub, I see exactly what you're talking about, and
Yeah.
don't does not look like
It,
fur
here's
at
here's
all.
here's what does it for me is the chipping around the edges, like on the outer rim of the circle. That chipping wouldn't appear on fur. I don't understand
Does
what
look
that
like
would be.
fuzz
Again,
or fur.
again, the vertical part, the where the white intersects with the like the red pink part vertically, like that does look like fur, but also on the shoulder, it looks like it's the exact same material, which is definitely some sort of hard matte material that is not fur.
Matt.
So
Almost like
it's like,
paint.
unless it has like a very specific, very short layer of fur on like its chest, but like metal everywhere else, which it just seems kind of odd.
This box art looks fine.
Let's
not
get
a
some
bad
love for this
render.
grass turtle,
This is a little
y'all. Let's
boring.
get some love for this grass turtle. I mean, I'm going
Grass-
to immediately buy both of those games when they come out.
Yeah.
So, I don't
You know what looks awful? You
What
know
looks
what looks awful? The white border around the Pokemon logo on top of the Pokemon model. That looks terrible
In what?
on the BDSP box art.
All right.
What looks so bad there? The white,
Ooh.
the white what? That like, what are you
See,
complaining about?
the Pokemon logo has a white outline.
I
and it
can't.
just
I
sticks
can't
out.
see what you're saying. So
I don't. I
That's just
see what you're
between you
saying.
guys.
It doesn't look that bad. So
I think
All right,
that's bad.
right
personally.
now we have 12 votes, and I'm wondering where everyone is because we had 14 votes in the last one.
we're looking
or
at
even more.
Palkia.
We're looking
Tell
at
me, I
Palkia.
haven't
Fair
seen
enough.
you vote yet.
Torterra could come back, but Scolipede does have a pretty strong lead, and there's only 2 minutes left.
Tommy, have you you haven't thrown in your vote yet, Tom?
Oh, we're at the semifinals. Come on, you guys. This isn't time to flag now. I kind of actually...
Yeah,
She-
Tommy.
Tommy for Torterra. Oh, you guys, do not leave it up to me. Do not leave it up to me.
Leave it up to leave every vote from going forward. up to John.
You guys suck.
Them for how this ends.
You guys suck. Okay.
Let's
You were away?
only let-
That's what...
only
Okay,
let ties happen.
that is why Tommy said he was away. Tommy said he was away. Which
We
is
all
why I put 5
disagreed.
minutes.
We disagreed on Palkia being furry, Tommy.
Bees with the Oh my god, you guys can't do this to me.
Yes. Let's go Torterra.
You guys can't do this to me.
You bring it around, I'm gonna be really surprised. If you guys bring it around.
Someone, no. Someone's got to vote. Someone else has to vote. Someone. I can't make this decision. I can't.
Torterra.
Is it tied up, Salazar?
It's tied.
Tied.
It is tied. Someone,
God, it's
please
not
save me
tied
from
for
this
me.
hell and vote for one of these two Pokemon.
Wait, it's not. It's still not tied for me.
No, it's 7-7. It's 7-7.
Oh my god, it's tied for me.
Oh, wait, is
Wait,
Scully
Ben,
here?
Are you looking at the poll live? Ben, are you looking at the poll live or are you looking at the Twitch stream?
I'm on his Twitch stream.
Wait. Hold on. Soro, did you already vote for Scolipede?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Oh, you got.
Wait, no, that's no, they didn't. That's an alien. This is
What?
their first vote. They hadn't voted for Scolipede yet.
Oh. Oh
Uh-oh.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
Let's go, Josh.
Okay. Adam,
Josh.
find me some. Adam, find me some suspenseful fucking music. I
It's
can't
gotta
take this
be
pressure.
Torterra.
I can't take this pressure.
Torterra's just so damn cool.
It won't
It's
go
a
away.
turtle.
It's so good. Okay.
It's a turtle.
Okay.
Yeah, go ask what Jack thinks.
Oh man. Oh. Okay.
I'm trying.
It's a turtle.
This is so stressful. Like this whoever's winning this goes to the final and it's up to me. Draga, I can't give this one up to you. I've got to make this decision myself. All right. Scolipede.
Yeah, but you made the decision for Torterra.
Scolipede looks awesome. And it is legitimately one of like the best like third evos that you would see near the end of the game. I mean, it is right up there with Salamence. It is right up there with but Torterra is so good and so solid. And it's a grass type and I love it. It's
It's a grass starter that can
Princess,
get
thank you
stabbed.
for those nice words.
It's a grass starter that can get stab earthquake.
You can't hear it, but there is so much stress and anxiety in my voice. I am like kneading my head right now as we speak. I'm getting finger grease all over my face. I'm gonna get zits. Adam, Ben, can you guys give me a actually just Adam? Adam, can you give me a drum roll? It's Torterra. Torterra wins. Torterra's going to the finals, everybody.
Yeah! Torterra.
Torterra is going to the finals. Oh, that was so hard. That was such a hard decision. I do not like you guys for putting that in my hands.
Let's do it again, guys. Let's get a tie.
Oh! Okay. I'm just. There's actually one thing you could do right now that would scare the living shit out of me. So
Is it a tie
please
between
don't
Agron and
do it.
Sylveon? Is it a tie between
Frog-
Agron and Sylveon?
Frog Champ in the chat. All right. Are you guys ready? Sylveon versus Aggron. One of these
Everyone
two could win it all. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Start voting.
Let's get
Wait,
the
was
tie
Sylveon
here.
versus Aggron?
Sylveon
No.
versus Aggron.
No, that's not. This is not how a tie
Trans
works.
Pride.
No, this
Everyone's
isn't-
favorite
this isn't-
evolutions. One of the
this isn't
strongest
going
ones.
well.
Versus
isn't-
Aggron.
Ties work,
The
everybody.
just like the most cool, calm, baddest ass Pokemon that we have seen yet.
Oh, this
even
is
more so than
actually closer
Lugia.
than I thought
Oh,
it
this
was
is so close!
gonna be.
No!
No.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
What?
Don't do this to me, you guys.
We need
Don't do
one
this
more
to me.
Aggron
Guys.
vote. We need one more
We
Aggron
need
vote.
more Aggron.
We need one more
We need
Aggron
more
vote.
Aggron.
Josh. The game is now screw Josh.
hey, I don't need your encouragement. I don't need you to encourage them, Ben. I don't need you to encourage them, Mr. Becker.
Screw Josh.
Oh, it's torn up now! Ah!
Oh my god.
I'm quaking. I am quaking in my seat
My
right now.
loins quake.
I didn't say I'm quivering.
Keep the tie. Keep
I didn't say that either.
No.
Keep the tie. Keep the tie.
I'm gonna lose years of my. There are people that haven't voted. I know that there are people that voted last round that haven't voted now.
They want to keep the tie.
Did Gomi walk away? What
Tie.
happened?
Keep the
What
tie.
happened? You guys want? I mean, the answer's obvious. So just go ahead and vote for it. Like I know who's gonna win already. Dude,
Keep
Ben,
the tie.
please stop agitating, or I will ban you.
No, you won't. You love me. Keep the tie.
Dude, you know I hate business attire. I do not want a tie to deal with.
Yeah, but the tie comes with a free hair tube.
Shit, that's a pretty good deal. Oh man. Oh man.
And the best part is it's a 5-minute counter for the vote, so you just get to watch.
I just get to
as
sit here
no
for
one
2.5 minutes.
votes. Yeah.
Ah. That's okay. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out, and we're all putting on our smiley happy faces. We're all putting on our smiley happy faces, and we're all friends here, and we're all gonna have fun.
I mean, Aggron is better, but Aggron also doesn't represent any groups of people, so I can see the love in either direction.
Oh my! Aggron actually represents me. It represents me because it is just such a it is
Aggron
such a
represents
badass.
those with big dicks, so
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Aggron represents the industrialists, the working class.
proletariat.
Aggron represents if you're from Pittsburgh. Sylveon represents if you're from Fur Affinity.
It's basically Pittsburgh versus San Francisco. No, you're Sacramento. You're from Sacramento.
I'm
not
from
San
Sacramento.
Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. Komito raises a cool point about Aggron versus Sylveon, like how intimidating that
The other
looks.
corner, there's just
Normally,
Sylveon.
but normally it's like the other way around, right? Normally it's like Sylveon standing next to this massive dragon, but the dragon's afraid. But Aggron is Steel type, so the Sylveon would actually be afraid.
Aggron.
The
I think we need to
Sylveon
call
would
it.
actually
I think
be
we gotta
afraid.
call it soon, Salazar.
What? There's 120 minutes. I mean, there's a minute and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, but
There's
no
more people coming
votes.
into chat. Someone's gonna vote and break the tie. Like it's gonna happen.
No one would ever dare break this tie because of it's too
It's-
funny to watch. you
It's
right now.
fine. No, it's fine. Listen, someone's gonna come in and they're gonna be like, "Listen, Sylveon's better." They're gonna be like, "You know what? Aggron is just such a badass. I can't not vote for it." It's gonna there's a minute left. Anything could happen. JD
hope
must
it- I hope
suffer
it-
for
I hope
setting
it-
up these brackets. What are you talking about? I did this for
I hope
you.
what happens- JD, I hope what happens is that there's two people right now who are like, okay, I'm gonna make JD sweat and I'm gonna vote at the last second.
I
and then
know
they
there
vote
are.
for
I
it,
know
they
there
vote
are.
for it
And they're gonna
after
vote for the same one. They're gonna vote for the same one, and they're gonna be like, "Oh no, we screwed it." And then I'm gonna be like, "Ha! I told you so."
No.
Yeah.
JD must suffer in general.
I suggested they do other stuff, but they didn't listen to me. But okay, listen though. It's fine. Guys, there's 20 seconds left, so if you want to vote, you can just kind of throw your votes in here. Guys,
Tie.
guys, there's
So,
10,
someone's
there's
holding on. Someone is
there's
holding
10
on to their
there's 10
vote.
seconds left. There's 5,
They should.
Someone is
4,
holding on to their
3.
vote.
Someone voted for
wait, I
Sylveon.
see it, vote Sylveon.
Ah!
No.
I actually wanted Aggron to win.
Get Aggron here. Come on. Keep the tie.
I actually
You
wanted
got
Aggron to
time
win.
for the tie.
No.
There's just
Tie.
wait. Did the tie go through?
No,
No.
it's the winner is Sylveon. I did actually
I
kind of
am
want Aggron to win
behind-
it all, but
By 30 entire seconds.
that's why I'm saying it to you in real time. It was obvious, but I had to. Nick, your opinion is what I want to hear. Do not
Nick,
apologize.
I'm so disappointed. Not in your vote,
Nick,
but in the
how
fact
could
that
you?
you voted. This is America.
Nick,
We're not
how
encouraging
could you?
people to vote here.
Voting is for nerds, for chumps.
Well, now we at least can make it tie in the finals, right? Torterra v Sylveon.
Torterra v Sylveon.
Torterra v Sylveon.
Let's get a finals tie.
Finals.
I don't know. I don't know who to vote. Actually, I do know who to vote for. This is fairly easy
I
for
also
me.
know who
But-
fairly easily, but still. Let's get the tie.
vote Bidoof.
It's not the Pokemon that I would call the best
Not
Pokemon,
even
but
close to the
you know,
Pokemon I call the best Pokemon.
who am I?
Wait, Jshmo, did you see that? Jason Momoa, did you see that? I did something sneaky as a joke.
Momoa.
I did something sneaky as a joke. I I made the commands each other's commands. Okay.
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah. For this upcoming one that I haven't started yet, I was just memeing.
That'd be great. Though.
I could like misspell Sylveon's name, and then you guys would be like, "What the fuck?" But I think I got it right. So.
Granddad, what the fuck? Granddad, what the shit?
Granddad, what the fuck? I don't know. All right, we have 10 minutes. Everyone, this is the finals. Torterra
Dude,
versus
after 10
Sylveon.
minutes, there are not enough people for a 10
No,
minute.
this is 10 minutes.
People are almost everyone's gonna vote so
I have
fast.
19 viewers, and last time we got 13 votes. There is enough time for someone to deliberate very quickly.
Let's
Torterra
get a
jumps out to an
tie.
early lead over Sylveon, but Sylveon ties it up. Torterra comes back with 4 votes. Now it's 4-2 Torterra. Oh, but there aren't nearly enough people voting for this to be anywhere near close.
Oh, Torterra. Oh, Torterra's taking it. Oh, but Sylveon's coming. Torterra.
There are 10 minutes left. Now, does anyone need help deciding? Does anyone need help deciding? Because I can deliberate. I can
go into 10 minutes, and I'm going to the bathroom right now.
Yeah. You can go to the bathroom. You have 10 minutes. 6 votes. Don't call it now. It's too close to call. It is too close. This primary is too close to call. The electoral votes could go anywhere. Ow, I hit myself. I hit myself in the face with my microphone. I'm sorry about that. I hit myself in the face.
No, it's back to a tie.
Back to a tie. Sylveon comes back. Now there's 4 votes for Sylveon, 4 votes for Torterra. Am I okay? Yeah. I just I hit myself in the cheek, not the eye. So I'm fine. Like it's got like a little soft bit on the end, so I'm fine. There are 8 votes and there are 8 minutes left. There are 8 minutes left. Yeah. I'm good.
Keep the tie, guys. We can do this.
I'm good.
We have 8 minutes to not vote.
No. I know you all have opinions. We are not tying this with 8 votes.
To be fair, it is a valid opinion to say that we would rather watch a tie.
Well, that's not the spirit of the game.
You're not the spirit of the game.
Oh my god, you are just unbelievable.
You were just unbelievable.
Hold on.
You let me do this.
Ooh.
Time is left on the voting.
We have 7 minutes and 56 seconds. 7 minutes and 56 seconds.
Don't feel like waiting for this.
Yeah, no, you guys can go. You guys can go to the bathroom, or, I'm just gonna post this in a couple places just to see if there's anyone out there who wants to come in and break this tie, because the rest of you are just gremlins.
Because we love you, JD. Sorry,
Oh man,
it's because we love watching you suffer, JD. Tie.
Okay, has anything changed?
No, we are still at 4-4. In the last minute and a half, there has been no change, and I know you all are watching. I know you all are just holding on to it for the end just to spite me.
We shall tie. No one hold on to the end. Put JD in this tough position. Make him break
You guys,
don't hold a vote.
That's not ethical. It's not humane. It's not nice.
To be either of those things.
I know you didn't, Ben, but
I'm not ethics or human.
Oh my god, who the fuck? There's so many people who haven't voted. I'm gonna go get my gamer brace.
Oh man, there are so many. I see 18 viewers, I see 8 votes, and I know what you all are doing. What will you do for me if I vote? What would you like me to do? I'm giving you carte blanche to ask me for something. We do not get punished for withholding votes. I could go back up in the chat and ban everyone who hasn't voted, but then it would still be a tie.
No,
Sylvia! Someone came in and voted for Sylveon. Bees.
Toby, come in with your
Bees, you have a... I'm gonna make you a mod, Bees. I think that you deserve that. A mod, not mad. Oh, you just... Yeah, sure, you just walked away. You just conveniently came back in while I was suffering and broke the tie.
Yeah,
Who voted for Torterra?
Yeah, Toby!
Tommy.
Tommy do. What did Tommy do?
He broke the
Gomi
tie
voted
back.
for Torterra.
The tie had been
Okay,
broken.
okay.
and Tommy-
Your leverage. What about your leverage, Zico? You didn't answer my question. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me?
I want you to break this tie.
5 minutes. You know what? There's 10 votes in, and the semifinals, like the Sylveon versus Aggron one, when there were 5 minutes left, no one had voted. So we're basically almost done. One person's just gonna throw theirs in real quick.
There weren't 5 minutes in the last vote.
Hey, Ben. I
Yeah?
don't need you pointing these things out and undermining me. Okay?
Hey, Josh.
What's up?
Josh. I need me to do that though.
You are a cretin.
I'm
What
Quentin.
do you want, Zico? Zico, you can't say what are you gonna do for me, and then not have anything that you want me to do for you.
She wants you to suffer.
That's not fair. You can't make that argument.
Yeah, she can.
Wait, Zico, I thought JD was trans.
I'm non-binary, which is under the trans umbrella, which is why I have the trans
Yeah,
flag.
you told me it was under the trans umbrella.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Ace.
Yeah.
Is that different than non-binary?
Ace
or-
is sexuality. Ace
okay.
is sexuality. Non-binary is gender. Screw you guys. I'm not even gonna do this poll. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna go pet my dogs and I'm gonna have a nice day. And you guys are just gonna sit here and you're gonna be like,
Yeah, but you have 2 dogs and you know one of them's gonna vote for Torterra and the other one's gonna vote for Sylveon.
that's true. Bochi, my black lab. Bochi, my black lab, is actually with my parents. They're going on a overland trip. So they're in the desert outside of Reno with him right now. So I just have the exactly 2 dogs.
3.5 minutes
with me.
left.
Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Just a little, just a teensy bit. God damn it, Zico. By the way, you guys can use a quote and be like, quote, end my suffering. And you can be like, what are the quotes? And then it'll pull up the quotes. Just letting you guys know that you can do that.
You pull a loop-de-loop and pull. Now your streets are looking
I think you
cool.
can.
Redeem vote, Sylveon.
No, you. Okay, that's
What
a
does
funny
that do?
joke. That's a funny joke. It's because my loyalty points are redeemable by redeem ! Redeem. You guys think you're just so funny, don't you? I think
I'm
you're just
hilarious.
so hilarious.
I think I'm very hilarious.
I
Guys,
don't have.
Everyone vote for Ninetales.
Yeah. Can you?
Everyone vote for Ninetales.
JD, thank you for doing these polls. Princess Napped, thank you for being here. I mean, I would love it if I didn't have to deal with the tie and have that on my conscience. But
How much time
here
is
we
left,
are.
JD?
There are 2 minutes and 0 seconds left. There are 2 minutes left. There are 2 minutes left, you guys. You can just go ahead and put in your votes now. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Man, this vote is like shoes, all tied.
Actually, what are the quotes?
There
It's ad quote. JD, I can help you tiebreak. You can help me tiebreak by voting. You can help me you just vote.
Princess already voted.
Oh, Princess already
Vote.
voted. You can help me tiebreak by convincing everyone else to vote. Also, it's ad quote, so you can be like ad quote. It's like this. Hold on, there you go. Boop. Sorry, I was actually trying to do that. You know what I want? Zico, what do you want? Zico, what do you want? There's a minute left. Zico, what do you want? Zico?
So guys, I just turned on my Switch, and there's how there's news when you boot up the Switch about popular games.
Yeah.
Well, the news is about Among Us, and it says how to be suspicious in Among Us.
Guys,
That's not the
guys,
word.
hey guys, there are 45 seconds left. Guys, there are 45 seconds left. Guys,
There are.
guys, there are 40 seconds left.
Torterra. Vote Torterra.
What do you want, fools? Fools, what do you want?
I'm the
Zico!
biggest fool of them all, and I want Torterra.
No, there were 30 seconds left. Hey, Zico, there are 30 seconds left.
Start counting down. Just start counting down for us.
Fuck, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Someone please vote. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Sylvia Tortera, Sylvia Tortera's 8, 2, 1, 69! Sylvian wins!
I waited so long because I knew Zico was gonna vote Sylvia.
Oh my god, I knew that was gonna happen, but oh my god, you guys did not have to do that to me.
I was really hoping Zico because I knew that she'd vote Sylvia and she'd vote Tortera, and of course a tie with 1 second.
Oh. Congratulations, everyone! You, the internet, have decided Sylveon is the best Pokemon to ever exist in the world.
64 that you forced us to choose between.
Yes, out of the 64 best ones that you, the community, decided on, we came together, we pulled through, and we figured it out. Sylveon is number 1. Trans rights, bi rights, my rights to have a fucking panic attack. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. Oh my god, why did you have to make this stressful? I thought Zoroark and Braixen were Sylveon legitimately won the whole thing. This is the finals. And I cannot thank all of you enough for coming by. I am glad that the effort that I put into this went shockingly. Adam, can I get a round of applause for my?
I thought Zoroark beat Sylveon.
No, Sylveon beat Sylveon beat Zoroark. Can I get a round?
I don't know why I remember it.
Guys, can I get a round of applause for my co-hosts Ben and Adam Snail Alien? These guys did wonderful. These guys did amazing, helping me out and putting forth their pitches for all these guys. So round of applause for these guys. Adam, Ben, if you guys want to plug your SoundClouds.
My weird jokes. My SoundClouds. Yeah, go follow me at Mars Playground.
Yeah, go follow me at Mars Playground also.
Yeah. Let's follow all of us at Mars Playground with this. That's Mars Playground with a Z.
We have a mutual friend who makes music at Mars Playground, so go check him out.
Very good music. He's also on Spotify.
Also, but I'm on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/snail18.
Plug your stuff into the chat. Thank you guys so much. Like, this was... Hold on. Actually, we have to make it official. Sylveon has been crowned the champion. And I cannot be more excited to have all of my friends here doing this. That is gonna be it for us, everyone, for today. JD, do you want me to draw a Sylveon wearing a crown? Yes, I do. Sylveon is the champion of the internet. And we have decided that here today. Unless there's any other questions or anything that you guys want me to answer, Sylveon has, oh my lord, oh my stars, taken on the crown of the ultimate Pokemon. Thank you for being here, for being wonderful. I am going to send us to the ending screen, and then I'm going to see if there are some good friends of mine to raid, because I know that there's other Pokemon. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and raid Hyena Chew, because I know that they're online right now. But you guys are so amazing. Thank you, each and every one of you, for stopping by and inflicting torture upon me and making a lot of cool decisions that I didn't think would happen. I'm so glad you guys helped me get Kyogre going on. So,
see y'all.
Adam, Ben, thank you guys so much for hosting again. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you everyone who came by. This was a hell of a lot of fun, and it took a lot of effort. It might take me a while before I can do an event like this again, but at my earliest convenience, I definitely will, because you guys are so awesome and this was so fun. Again, thanks everyone so much for watching. As always, I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Follow my Discord. Wait, no shit. I have a YouTube now. You guys are all lovely and awesome and beautiful. Yeah, let's go on a raid. So, see you guys around. Thanks so much for watching. Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Big heart, purple heart. Bye, everyone.